Let's go! Yo! This is a message to all believers. We're not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yo! Listen. Living in a time where evil's staring in your face. Yeah. Problem situations, tragedies are commonplace. Persecution running rampant, it makes you wanna lose your faith, yeah. But please don't be discouraged, just remember he's the way, yeah. Let your light shine,
so that men may see the light that lives in me, gave his son so the world would see.
It's in him we should believe. Everybody shout!
Screaming from the mountain, even in the valley low.
So I'm not ashamed.
Can't keep it a secret. Gotta let the whole world know.
Listen. I get so excited at the mention of his name. There's no way that I can hide it. It's written all over my face. So tell me who else would love me after all the wrong I've done. So don't expect me to keep quiet. I'm about to lose control. So let your light shine.
So that men may see
The lifeline lives in me. Gave his son so the world
would see.
and it's in him. Hey,
We should believe.
everybody sing.
Screaming from the mountain, even in the valley low.
I'm not ashamed. So I can't keep it a secret.
Gotta let the whole
Whole world knows. Yes, sir. Everybody shout it with me. Say,
screaming from the mountain, even in the valley low. I'm not ashamed.
so you can't keep it a secret.
Gotta let the whole world
Said I gotta tell it.
tell it.
Say tell it. Said he's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Say tell it. Say tell it. Prince of Peace, ruler of everything. Said no more weeping, no more crying. Said it gave me the victory. I'll tell the world. This joy I have, the world didn't give it. This joy I have, so the world can't take it away. Say tell it, say tell it. If the Lord's been good to you, you gotta lift your hands, you gotta lift your voice. Tell the world how he brought you through. Say that I'm not ashamed. Jump, jump, jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump up and get down. Yeah. Tell somebody, tell everybody, we're not ashamed. We out.
Zeke did that beat. that beat.
Fly, I'm so 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 fly.
Y'all know how we gotta get down. Woo! That's the jam. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? You and you, all of y'all, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you are locked in with Zeke live in the morning. A great way to start your day. All of my lock stars out there, that name is courtesy of Rhonda on the Rocks. All the lock stars out there, what's up, y'all? I'm Zeke Lock. I am here. It is Wednesday, March 19th, and we are here. I see a few people that are here already this morning. Shout out to Tara. Yo, it's my sister, y'all. My sister, my big sister, Sharitha. We call her Fooey. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, y'all, it's... Hold on, wait. Let that beat ride. Hold on, I gotta let that beat drop. Let the beat drop. I'm telling y'all, it's a great way to start your day on this, what is today? Wednesday. It's hump day. That's what they call it. Y'all remember the camel with the hump day? Oh, man, listen, it's a good day, man. It's a good day. It's sunny outside. We've been waiting for this. The weather's all right. I got on my artist hat today because I didn't feel like doing anything to my hair. Y'all know how that goes, you know. Yeah. What's up to all of my lock stars? I told y'all that name is courtesy of Rhonda on the Rocks right there. Rhonda on the Rocks. Hey. Yeah, I told y'all my sister Fooey is on here. What's up, Fooey? Grand rising to thou. Grand rising unto thee. Our friend Tara Jones is on here. Tara Jones. Eric got me messing it up. There it goes. See that? He got me messing you up. I told you that's what's gonna happen. That's our friend, y'all. That's our sister. Good morning to you. And as y'all can see, hey, first off, she gave shout out to Jeremy Sanders. Look at that right there, man. Y'all heard it. The song of the week, that was Jeremy Sanders, Sounds of Kingdom. The song is called Not Ashamed with that whole New Jack Swing feel, man. I'm for it. I'm with it. All right, y'all. We got Eric right out in the house on today, and let me tell y'all something about Eric. I'm gonna let him tell his story, but we got to give some more shout outs real quick. We got to give a shout out right here to our girl Abronia, aka Brony Cat on the YouTube side. Is Abronia. It's Brody Cat. I was gonna say something. I was gonna do the Janet Jackson thing. It's Abronia, Miss Brody Cat if you're nasty. Yo, give it up for her right there. Look at that. Rhonda on the Rocks. She sent me that yesterday, Lock Stars, and I was like, I like that. Y'all remember yesterday when I said I need to come up with a cool name? Remember when I said that? Yeah. Yo, shout out to Miss Connie. Yo, Kankakee in the house. Kankakee is in the house. You still in Naptown right now, right? But we know where you from, Kankakee. Matter of fact, speaking of Kankakee in the house, there's my girl Veronica. These are people I went to high school with and junior high and grew up with. And these are people that I did all of that with. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. I'm happy to see y'all here this morning. What's up? I hope all is well with you. Let's see who else we got in here. Y'all see the man right there, Eric right out saying, please share family. And I'm telling y'all, we are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. But we're also on YouTube, and that's where it's at. Yo, let's say shout out to Mama right there. That's Eric's mama. That JP ride out, that's Eric's mama. Y'all make sure to show her some extra love. Y'all go ahead and reply to her and tell her, give her some hearts. Tell her thank you for the gift of her son, the Mr. Eric Rideout. Look at Eric. Of course he going. Y'all, how are y'all feeling today? Real talk. How are y'all actually feeling today? It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's the middle of March already. How are y'all feeling? How is your... Oh, there you go. He made up for it. How are y'all feeling today? How is your mental health doing? How is your How is your health? How's that doing? I think it's good that we do those kind of check-ins with each other. And speaking of that, we're going to do that next week. We're going to speak about mental health and trauma and healing from those things and making safer communities and advocating for the kind of stuff that helps in our community. And I'm partnered with a really awesome organization, and so they'll be here next week. That's Live Free Illinois. In fact, if I cut out a little earlier, if you see me go mobile, it's because I just might go over to a press conference with Live Free over on the south side. So if you're on the south side, we'll be at, I have to get the address for you, but it's on the south side of Chicago. We're advocating for a clean slate initiative. I don't know about y'all, and we'll talk a little bit about that on today. But thanks, Veronica. Yay, check it out. Check it out. And there's Pastor Jeremy D. Sanders. Y'all, he was our special guest yesterday, and that conversation was phenomenal. I genuinely enjoyed myself. We are definitely going to have him back. Yeah, so how are y'all doing, though? So we're going to talk about, with Live Free, we'll talk about all of that stuff with trauma and healing, and I'm probably going to go to a thing around Clean Slate Initiative on today. And that, that whole thing about Clean Slate Initiative, that's all about if you have done your time, served your time, you got arrested, yeah, you may have did the crime, but you served the time. You shouldn't have to get out and then still be paying for your crimes later on. So let's end those permanent punishments. Let's make sure they're getting our homicide rates together. That's kind of stuff we're doing. And I don't know about y'all, but I think that's real work. I think that's real kingdom work. I don't think that's for the lighthearted. I don't think it's for people who, just want to go to church and just say, Lord, you're good and everything's all right, and then go back to a community that's broke down, dilapidated. Everybody's broke, poor, and sick. We don't want that. And our community's being torn up. We're trying to do something about that. And so Live Free, I won't say trying, but they've got a couple of bills that have to come out of committee today. So we've been getting people to sign witness slips. If I can get a clip loaded up, I'll show y'all how to do that if you want to help out in that work, where you can at least sign a witness slip. We've got a big vote going on for the work with community healing resource centers, which offer that same kind of healing to our community. So we've got that going on. So those are the things that we're rocking in with. Those are the things that we're rocking in with Live Free Illinois. So you'll get a chance to hear about all of that. Oh, that came in strong. You'll get a chance to hear about all of that next week. So I want you to make sure you please tune in all week next week. I want you to tune in every day. I want you to lock in every day. We don't tune in over here. We lock in over here. That's what I would say. We lock in over here because I'm Zeke Lock. It's right there. It's right on the nose. We lock in over here. So please lock in with us. We have good fun. We have good topics. I hope people leave with some encouragement. All right, I asked the question, how are y'all feeling? How are you doing? How are y'all doing? Yeah, Veronica, talking about it promotes change. I can't stand the people who say, well, marching ain't never got us nothing. Okay. All right, I'm pretty sure you got an I voted sticker, like marching did that. Marching ain't never got us nothing. All right, women, you can vote. Black people, you can vote. That's just one thing that marching did. So anyways, we won't go down that rabbit hole today. We may, who knows? You never know what may happen over here. Anyways, y'all, I want to bring over to the stage Eric Rideout, but I asked how y'all was doing. Rondo on the Rock said, I am exhausted, man. Yeah, I get it. I was up painting last night. I got this basement. My mom is coming next week. My mom and my dad, they're going to be here. And so we got to get this house together. We got a downstairs basement that we're redoing. And so now we're, trying to get that done before they get here, so they have a nice place. It's all painted up and it's finished. It's got the floor, it's nice. It's real nice, So anyways, we doing that. Yeah, I know some of us are exhausted though, to that effect. Some of us are exhausted. Some of us are tired. Some of us may not just be doing all right, but there's some of us that's doing real good. So, if you're not doing real good right now, I hope that by the end of the broadcast, you're doing great. If you're doing, great right now, then I hope that by the end of the broadcast, that greatness that you have is contagious. That great feeling you have is contagious. That's what I hope. Yo, so real talk, let's get Eric on the stage real quick, but I got to get the right song for him. Hold on. We got to get the right song. Let's see. What song are we bringing you out to, Eric? We're going to bring you out to Jamaica Lachey. How about that? Let's bring you out to Jamaica Lachey, Say Less. There you go. We're going to bring him out to this. There we go. There it goes. Hey. All right, we're going to bring you up, Eric. Here we go. Eric Rideout. Everybody give it up for Eric Rideout via James Brown on today.
What's up, people?
What's cracking, E?
Man, today's going to be a crazy day. Everybody, I'm sorry. I don't have my camera on. It's for a good reason. Because you would see me and be like, oh my God, he got a rough life. So I'm good. My camera will be on starting tomorrow, maybe in a little bit today.
See, there we go. That's progress. I ain't gonna tell them your stuff. I'm gonna let you tell it when you're ready. There we go.
Yeah. I'll tell it. Ain't no shame in it. So the funny thing was, the other night I started feeling bad. I think it was Sunday night. Lightheaded, dizzy, off balance. I went to the emergency room, and when we were on the broadcast live yesterday, I was in the back of the ambulance doing all that talking to Jeremy and the guy. But the funny thing was, the guys in the thing were listening, the attendants, and they were like, "Oh wow, you guys are doing that."
I'm glad we could be of you know,
ministry stuff they heard.
Yeah,
about God and all this kind of stuff. And so the guy was like, "Hey, I'm going to start one." Funny thing is, when I get to the hospital, they start knocking on my door. The attendant must have told them. They're like, "Are you still on your podcast doing your live?" And so people come in the room. Yeah, people come in the room and trying to see and hear. So we doing something special. I know, and for those who's listening, I'm not hurt, nothing. I'm literally sitting here waiting to go home.
The people want to make sure you're all right. Rondo and the Rock said you in the ambulance, you cool, you good, you doing all right. So
when I was
you waiting to get out of there.
When Rhonda sent me the names yesterday, I was in the hospital bed, the IVs then saying these are good names.
Ain't that crazy?
Man, I believe that. I mean, we all believers, and that's not spiritual, but I just believe that we don't have to accept things, man. I know life happens and our bodies get older, but that foolishness right there, I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me. And I told God, I said in the room by myself, I said, God, this is not for me. I got stuff to do. And I feel I was instantly better. Literally, all I had to do, see, the thing is, the reason I'm in the hospital now is I had to have an MRI. And where I was at, they couldn't do it. If not, I've been at home doing it. So they said, we're going to send you to the hospital for an MRI. Okay, fine. I go, get the MRI. They said, we want to do one on your neck now. So they do the neck. They said, we want to do one on your head. And they did that one. So I'm like sitting here at 3 o'clock, like it's time to go home. So my bag is packed. They're like, yeah, you stay until tomorrow. The doctor's already gone. So, you get out tomorrow morning. Well, I get out this morning, but thank you all for listening.
Wow.
I got my computer here, the thing on the desk. I'm sitting up talking to you on the computer, got my phone going, I'm tagging people. This don't stop.
Man, y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all do me a favor, do me a huge favor, and just wish Eric Rideout well. Wherever you're watching from, just take a minute and just wish him well. Say a quick prayer. Y'all know how we do thoughts and prayers. All that. No, but for real talk, y'all give Eric, give him some love, show him some love in here. I gotta say what's up to big bro David Wills. We are praying for you as well. I don't know if anybody here, especially from Kankakee, you might follow him and know the story. David is one of those Kankakee icons. David Wills right here. He's in the music scene. He's one of those music icons. So I want to make sure to say hey to him because he just had, if you've been following the story from Kankakee, a near-death experience as well, Eric. He just, I think it was a heart attack situation. And then not only that, we just lost his cousin, another icon from Kankakee, to heart stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to, tell too much of people's stories. But just what I've seen that's out there. So, watching that. But if you're from Kankakee and you in the music scene, they had profound impact. We called them the 3 Daves. And they had profound impact on us. It was Dave Wills, Dave Richardson. You probably know Dave Richardson, Eric. He
Yeah, I know
is
that
at Dan Willis's church. So
yeah.
he's from Kankakee though. Like that's a Kankakee dude. So Kankakee High School and junior high school gospel choir. That's what we had, man. The 3Ds. Yeah, Connie. See, look, Kankakee already knows the 3Ds, man. The 3 Daves. We
Easy, man.
like yep.
Here people are being attacked with these heart issues. I mean, literally, I've had 3 mini strokes, man. And the thing was,
you did.
when doctors check everything, there is absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing.
Yeah.
My heart is fine. My blood is great. My cholesterol is great. Every single test is negative.
Wow.
So I feel like, this is when it gets, not to get creepy on people, because we get spooky real quick around. But certain things are spiritual attacks on you to try to throw you off. And then at the same time, naturally, God is a healer, but at the same time, we get older. That's the fact of life. Your eyesight is not what it was when you was 5. Some of us are messed up as kids. That was me. I came into this situation bad with the glasses. But man, I feel great. I'm sitting here looking out the window, looking towards down the street where it takes me home right now. I'm ready to go home.
Man, I feel you. Look, well, let's do it like this first, real quick. Because we're gonna find out how they doing, but they want to make sure how you doing. Rhonda said, make sure. Rhonda saying, let's make sure we say a quick prayer for you. Connie is saying God is. So we're gonna say a quick prayer for you and for my bro David Wills, one of the 3Ds, one of the 3 days right there. That God is good, bro. No signs or symptoms, but 95% blockage. Wow, like you know how crazy that is, bro. And shout out to John Johnson as well. I want to make sure to get him in there. But we're gonna say a quick prayer for you, Eric. We're gonna, for you and for David. Just a quick one, Lord. We thank you for these two men who have had profound impact on my own personal life. And so on today, Lord, I'm thanking you first off that you've been good and gracious to them in the area of their health, even with health scares. We thank you for that. But we pray, Lord God, that you'll put your hand in there, put your hand on the doctor, put your hand on the nurses, and everyone who has to do anything with getting them healed. We want to see them back to their top tier selves, Lord God, because they've had impact not only on me, but on so many others, on so many thousands upon thousands of others. And so, Lord God, we all stand in agreement on today in prayer with them that we're going to see complete turnarounds where necessary. And Lord God, we're going to see your goodness revealed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Y'all, we pray for folks over here. We make sure everybody's doing all right. Y'all know what's crazy is that Eric is, like he said, even on an ambulance and sitting in the hospital, still getting on live. We didn't even know you were in the ambulance at the hospital. Of course, till after the fact when you told us, like after the show, But
that's caused from the interference, the machine.
Yeah.
I was in the back still trying to talk, and it was like, sir, we got to strap you down. Like, go ahead. I was trying to hold the phone up and still talk in the thing, and it's like, you got, Mr. Ryder, you got to let us strap you up. I said, well, pause. Strap you up.
My God.
Strap down. And so, got it. Man, let me tell you something I saw yesterday that was crazy to me. I don't know if you saw this. I sent this to Rich, and I don't know if those of you watching saw this either. And Zeke, you may want to do some research on this too. It was crazy. Yesterday, they made an announcement. Donald Trump repeals LBJ's 1965 order banning segregation in federal contractor facilities, which could now allow businesses with federal contracts to legally reinstate segregation spaces. Isn't that crazy?
MGWA.
There you go.
Y'all worried about MAGA. Y'all worried about MAGA, boy. I'm worried about MAWA. MAWA. That's what I'm going to call it. MAWA. Make America White Again. That's MAWA. MAWA. Make America White Again.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And just like yesterday in your area, even down the street from you, man, they're getting ready for the Ku Klux Klan 160th year anniversary.
Yeah, y'all know Indiana is the birthplace of that stuff. Indiana is the deep south of the north.
So all you black folk, Saturday, May 17th at the Daniel Boone National Forest in the Apache foothills of eastern Kentucky, these folks having a meeting. in the office by your house, Zeke, the phone number is 219-343-0641. So some of us can go ahead and register.
Hey, let's go ahead. We should start
I'm going to blast the phone number.
We should start a registration drive for the Ku Klux Klan. Like
all of us go. You know,
all black folks just show up with our stuff on, like Clayton Bigsby from Dave Chappelle.
We all go down there with hoods on and pull them off at the same time. Like
people's heads would explode. There's our girl Brony Cat. There she is. She was with us on Facebook for a minute, but there she is. Yo, check this out. John Johnson just said he had a health scare himself. Yo, so that's what I'm saying. You never know what people really got going on. You never know what kind of health scares they got going on. So I guess that prayer that I just prayed, Lord, I'm asking that you give it to everybody that's on this live cast, because I don't know. I don't know. We talked about this yesterday. You don't know what's going on until you ask people. That's why I'm asking folks, how y'all really doing? Like, how are you guys really actually doing, like, on today? Because some of us do have some health scares that we've been hit with. Some of us have some mental health scares. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 2022, I was going down mental health wise, just down. And let me tell you what I did not do. I did not really reach out to people like I should have. You know, you kind of, and maybe you understand this, I don't know, you kind of pull up, like when you start feeling depressed and kind of you start getting isolated, like you start self-isolating, you know what I mean? Like you don't want nobody to see you that way. Yeah.
I did it. I self-isolated myself.
Yeah.
You know, months on medication. And honestly, when I got sick yesterday, you let your mind play things. And see, this thing, that's why we should stay away from WebMD. If we don't know what we're looking at. Because I was reading some stuff. I was like, let me look at my chart for this, that, and the other. And I started going through the chart and trying to read what the tests were. I'm like, wait, I got that? Well, no, wait. I'm like, wait, I don't have. And dude, but mental stress will add to your sickness.
Yeah.
Mental stress can be, and man, stress is real, man. We got to let that stuff go. So,
yeah.
I get it though. And depression is crazy because first thing I started thinking, I'm sick and what if something happened? Man, I can't do the live. My daughter needs me. I got family here. I still got stuff to do. I ain't remarried yet. Stuff that wasn't important. I forgot to fry some chicken. I ain't never learned how to fry chicken. All that stuff was important to me like yesterday. I don't know how to fry chicken. That was important to me. I never got to fry chicken. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I in my head trying to check out for?
Yeah. And but you get to that place when you start hitting different stuff. That's why I said, this conversation next week, like all week next week, I really want people to tune in next week as we talk about this different kind of stuff, because and I want this to be a safe space also. Like if you in the comments and you over here, you laying your stuff out, this is a safe space. Like we don't just listen and don't judge. Like that's one thing, to listen and don't judge. That's a good start. No, we listen over here and we pray for each other. We make sure we pray for each other, send good vibes, whatever you want to call it. But whatever it is, we don't give no negative energy around here when people are dealing with issues. Look at this stuff people are saying in here. Watch this. Look at John. Right after the 41st birthday, was in the ICU for 4 days. Blood sugar was over 700. They said, they said I was a walking coma. My aunt had that same thing happen. They found her laid out in her apartment. Luckily, like everything ended up being all right. Now she's passed on now, but like I remember when she got diagnosed with, I guess it was diabetes. I don't know, but she had she went into a coma. Like nobody knew. She was at her home alone, and that happened. Look at my sister-in-law. That's my big sister. That's Stix's sister. Spine surgery plans in the making. Need all the prayers I can get. So that's what I'm saying. We praying right now for everybody. I'm praying for y'all pray for my sister. There it is. For real, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all praying for each other. Y'all keeping each other lifted up. We over here, Rhonda gave us a name, the Locke'd Stars. I like that one. That one resonated with me. I got a couple other names we can use too. That's why I love family. We are family over here. And so, when these things are going on, we want to check in and make sure everybody's all right. Like for real, because, that stuff will get you, man. That stuff will get you. Look at Miss Connie over here. Connie from Kankakee. That's what I'm going to call her. Connie from Kankakee. I've isolated myself for the past 2.5 years. I'm just coming out of hibernation. Connie, me and you must have been doing that at the same time, because I'm just coming out of hibernation too. I don't think y'all understand this. I made a post the other day. You can go back and check it out and like it. But I said, and I made this post on Facebook, I said, this morning show, like I'm really I'm really liking doing the morning show, and E, you'll understand this because I pulled away for 2.5 myself, 2.5, I guess 3 years now, like just kind of in it, but not really in it. The stuff I was doing for a period, I was just getting through it. You know what I mean? But that I was coming home, and it just wasn't. It wasn't sweet, man. It wasn't sweet, and it was a lot going on.
Part.
Yeah,
in your head is not right.
Yeah, if you can't convince yourself.
You can't convince yourself. Worst thing is being trapped in your own head.
Yeah.
And man, the medication, the doctor, dude, when I tell you it was during the stress, I was on 4 different mental illness pills at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Highest dosage of Zoloft you can get is 200. I was at 150.
Wow.
And just to function every day. And the mental sickness will attack you, and then take it to a spiritual part. That mental illness will attack you, and it leaves cracks and crevices for other stuff to seep in. Now you got depression, you got sadness, loneliness, anxiety. You feel like you're not important, you ain't worth nothing. You let people down, you let yourself down, and you're constantly hearing that like a record in your head.
Yeah.
It don't turn off. It's constantly the voice in your head. You're a failure. You messed up. You trash. You this. You didn't do this. Look, you're going to let people down. You're going to die eventually anyway. Might as well give up now, blah, 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 blah. It's never going to get better. Look at your life. You don't have this. You don't have that. You don't have that. You don't have that. You ain't doing it. And it's like, you constantly hear that. It's like programming. You know what I mean? It's like brainwash program. No, that's good what he said. You'll brainwash yourself.
Yeah.
Your own self will brainwash yourself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the Bible says, the warfare, the mind is where it starts. And the mind is important. That's why we're supposed to keep, as believers, the mind of Christ. Those that aren't believers, you have to find a way for you. But man, she said, I'm a loner by nature, so isolation is very easy for me. It can happen at any time.
Yeah,
and something you said, Zeke, about
I got a little echo coming off of you. Yeah, I think,
hold on, let me turn this down. And something you said about John. And about your aunt, and it was not funny. So let me be clear, this was not funny. But when John put his post about the 700, and you said, my aunt had that. And thank God we found her. Then you said, well, she passed away now. I started thinking about John. I told John, like, wait a minute.
Right.
John,
but I'll tell you what though, if I can use that as an example though, my aunt who passed away, when she passed away, she was in the hospital. She didn't want to tell anybody that she was in there. Like, so we had no idea. My mom legit got this. This back in 2012. My mom just had this feeling. It's my mom's older sister. She was like, I just need to go and see my sister. Now she was like, I need to leave now and go see my sister. She just had this feeling. She'd been trying to call her, couldn't get her. Yeah. So at that time I had this Cadillac Seville, boy. I used to be rolling in that thing. Boy, I used to love my Cadillac. But I mean, she was like, Zeke, can you drive me to Philadelphia? Like, she asked me, could I drive her? That's where my aunt lived. Can I drive her to Philly? We go out to Philly. We can't find my aunt. So y'all heard my cousin that was on here, Tony. My cousin Tony, he was still in Philly at the time. So, whenever I would go out there, I would stay at his house. We would stay at his house and all that kind of stuff. So I remember we pulled up to his house. It was me, my brother Jacory, my mom, and Celia, my cousin Celia. We'll have her on here one day. But we drove out there, couldn't find my aunt. Finally, we get a hold of my aunt. She's in a hospital and basically in a coma. And this was due to a cancer that she had. Yeah. So this was due to cancer, and she didn't let nobody know. But my mother had this premonition to go out there, and she had a quick what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say assailant moment, but what's the word I'm looking for? She could see. She responded to my mom basically for a few minutes, and then on that trip,
like a clarity moment.
Yeah. And where she was, because she was out of it, but she woke up, she saw my mom. Like, hey, Lisa. Yeah, she was just like, hey, Lisa, and it was like one of those, and then I got a chance to talk to her for a minute, and 2 days later she was gone. While we were there. So this emergency trip, when my mom was like, I need to go see my sister, we got out there and she passed away on that trip. Like that actually happened. So make sure y'all don't isolate. Tell people. That's why we have a safe space. Like I'm looking at John right here, right? Like that was me when I was going through my divorce. Like we got folks that's been through divorces and breakups and all of that. That will, listen, man, that will wear you out, bro. Like that right there, you know?
Those things, man, and being sick and having weird sickness things that they can't figure out, your mind goes to the worst possibilities. And you automatically think, I'm checking out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was my Aunt Irene. Yep.
And that mental part is crazy. So I get it, John and everybody else. That's why, like Zeke said, don't sit in the house or in your place in silence. Tell somebody and talk to somebody, you know. And men and women, but men especially, when you don't feel good, man, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Get yourself checked. We are not, everybody not Luke. We are not doctors. You're right. Rhonda said this is why we have to renew our minds daily. It is so important to try our best to think on things that are lovely, pure, and a good report. That's the scripture. Matter of fact, that's a new song that this artist got coming out saying the same exact line in it. Please share this because what we're saying may help somebody today and may encourage somebody to come out of their situation. So all of you that's watching this, put hearts on this. Please share it.
Yeah. We have good conversations over here. We're a safe space. We have a safe space. I want to say shout out to Nikki Ford. That is one of our sisters. Hey, Nikki, welcome. Look at what she just left us. Look at the conversation she just left us. Almost died in 2022. Pretty much took 2 years to recover. Hold on a second here. Hopefully I didn't just freeze up. Hopefully I didn't just. All right, cool. My phone started ringing. Let me put this in Do Not Disturb. But she said almost died 2022. Pretty much took 2 years to recover. Definitely had to isolate. Never used to go to the doctor or check on myself. My body was shutting down. My story is on YouTube. That means y'all need to go check her out. And there I go, Zeke.
And she's going to have, Nikki, you're going to have to come on here. Nikki, former LXW, you got to come on here and talk.
Yeah, you got to come on here and tell that story, man. We tell stories around here because we trying to heal, man. We trying to heal. So y'all show some love there. Man, if people are leaving their stories, man, y'all do me a favor. Like, we a family, right? We all Lock'd Stars. We a family. So y'all make sure y'all, make sure y'all heart those. Put the hug on it. Do all that stuff because that is a story of God bringing somebody out and we don't take it lightly over here. Because like I always reference this Revelations where it says they overcame them by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Again, you never know what people are actually going through, have gone through, or may be about to go through. But when you share your testimony, you don't know what somebody's been through, what they going through, or what they about to go through. And so sharing your testimony may be the very words somebody needed to hear. Go ahead, E.
I needed to see some of this stuff because I know it myself. People say, oh, he's always laughing and he's smiling. People don't realize. A lot of those days I did that and I went home and was the saddest person when I pull off from the place, or even with that same thing, man, the face moving around and say, man, you be working hard and not knowing. I mostly every single day, almost, I think in the past few years, it's been rare I've had a pain-free day, physically pain-free day. So when I get them, it's crazy. And I'm going to get more of them because I'm trusting God for it. Nikki says, strength sent me straight into my healing journey. You have to let go of unforgiveness that turned the corner for me as well in my healing. That's crazy. But that's true. If you hold stuff, if you hold unforgiveness, if you hold issues, stress will kill you. Stress will cause other sicknesses. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. We gotta check on one another, man. And we gotta, it's gotta be that thing. It's gotta be
your mother put that post on there. She said, stress kills. Slow down, you young folks. And you know what? And she's so right. Like we live in a culture and an age now where everybody gotta work 3-4 jobs. I mean, they gotta have a side hustle, a full-time job. And, a couple little things that they sell on the side. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't talking about selling, but, like maybe you got to pawn stuff and sell stuff and drive for Uber and pick up hours with Instacart. You know what I'm saying? All after working 40-hour shifts. Like, we live in a day and age. But we live in a day and age where people just trying to make ends meet and got to do all of that. like, and then don't have kids and a family, and then be involved in ministry, and the ministry want more from you, and the family want more from you, and these kids got a million things going on, so they living their best life. Meanwhile, you playing chauffeur. I mean, that stuff will wear you, stress you, and drag you. Like, but it's very, very important.
You reminded me of something that was funny, dude. You reminded me. I didn't mean to laugh when you said it because I was serious. I just thought about Tiffany when she said how she drive Instacart and have to carry all that water up to the top
up those stairs. We got to get Miss Amore back on here. We definitely do. We talk.
She may jump on.
Yeah, if she jump on, it's all good. Yeah, I told her whenever she's ready to. Yeah. Y'all listen, I love what Nikki said here. I want to address this real quick.
Go ahead,
therapy. Well, she put on here, therapy is not taboo. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Heal. That's why next week is going to be such important conversation, because on at least 3 of those days, you're going to hear about therapy and making sure to talk to somebody who's licensed. Now, don't go trying to draw water from an empty well, talking to people who don't know what they're talking about, because the church is good for that, boy. They'll tell you, well, that ain't no bad mental health. That's just the devil. You need to just pray that away. No, you need to talk to somebody, and sometimes you may even need some medicine. So, but that's on you to really discern for yourself and figure out. Y'all, I got to shout out my Uncle John. I got to definitely shout out my Uncle John, who I now keep saying I need to give him a call. It's truly tough to go through by yourself, but God, he will always send a Reuben to speak on your behalf. That's my uncle, the Reverend John Thompson Jr. That is him. Y'all, listen, I'm telling y'all, man, you got to talk to somebody. Look at what John Johnson put here. I'm pulling 80 hours a week, bro. Man, I really do wonder this. How many people, Uncle John, that's Brony Cat, Abronia. She's saying, what's up, John? Yo, like, how many people, I'm really wondering how many people are pulling those kind of hours. Like, that's a good, interesting study. Thanks, babe, for the coffee. My wife just brought me some coffee, y'all. Yeah. I'm wondering how many people are pulling those kind of hours. How many people are pulling like crazy hours? It may not be 80 hours, but anything over 40 is overtime. Anything over 40 hours is overtime, and a lot of us are doing a lot more overtime than, when you think about it, than we used to have to back in the day. Shout out! I love what Rhonda said. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Did you see what Nikki just said? She said, I would love to come on with my brother. She said the disease I was diagnosed with was induced by stress.
Yeah, there it is right
That's
there. The
crazy.
disease I was diagnosed with was induced by stress. Nothing is worse. You know what? When you really think about that, I'm telling you, I used to work in HR, and Eric, you work in HR. I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but sometimes people die. And you know what happens after they die? We put the very next day that there's a job description on Indeed.com. Like the very next day, there's a job description on Indeed.com.
The world keeps moving.
The world keeps going. So you'll give your all to your job. You know what's gonna happen when you die? Your church is gonna put a funeral together. They're gonna eat some chicken, and then they're gonna come back next week. You know what's gonna happen when you die? I'm not, and I'm not wishing death on nobody. Obviously, I think y'all understand what I'm saying here, which is live your life, because when it's done, the world keeps turning, it keeps moving, it keeps going, and you stressing out about stuff that people can do for themselves. Look at this. Watch my Uncle John. I'm 62 and work more hours than my age. My God. Look, think about that. Think how many hours we pulling. Look at that. World keeps turning. Shout out to my brother Neil, all the way up in D-Town, Detroit. Yeah. He said, keep your stress over that way. For real, man. Because folks will keep putting stuff on you. They'll just keep, especially if you're the kind of person that is giving and loving and wants to see people win. Folks are going to put more and more and more and more and more on you, as long as you keep saying yes. That's why we kept saying that word, no. And listen, I'm not one to be telling people put something in the comments, but if you had to type anything in the comments, just go ahead and type it there, no. I don't like doing the whole, go ahead and type in the comments, but it's a reason behind us saying that. It's a reason behind me saying that today. It's a reason behind that today. And if Rondo and the Rocks is on here, you're going to hear us say something else with it. It's going
to say the word no the word no, honestly, Zeke, is a complete sentence. Have you ever thought about that? The word no is a complete sentence.
It's a whole
No.
sentence. It's a whole vibe. It's a whole way of life, man.
It's something I saw somebody say earlier, which was just the girls in a line. And not to be grim, dude, it wasn't funny, but she was, we tell people enjoy your life, man. You only got one. And she was like, I'm gonna enjoy my bestie. I enjoy my bestie. Be my bestie. And this guy looked over and said, you and your bestie, one of y'all not gonna go to the other's funeral. And I'm like, that is the most morbid thing to say. He said, one of y'all gonna miss the other's funeral. He said, it's unfortunate. You can't go to your best friend's funeral. And I'm like, yikes. Like, God, you dropped the conversation down. But no is a one-word sentence, people. My mother said absolutely no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to say it.
I thought Rhonda was gonna say something else with her no, because sometimes she say she said she ain't gonna show out today. She gonna let it be good, Kava, today. But go ahead, E. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good, man. And so that's why we ask you guys to join in. Yeah, no is a one-word sentence. You all can share that. Take my line. No is a one-word sentence. But
Neil, no, Miss Sophia.
So that's why we like when you guys come on. It's a complete sentence. It is. Yep. No is a complete sentence. I always say that. We like when y'all come on because the conversation goes through and through. Like, shout out to Miss Sheila Pickens. Shout out K3 y'all around. Like, and look at what she said. Look what she said, Uncle John. That is not good. You need to take it easy. You 62 working more, and that's my uncle, y'all. So I can fuss a little bit. There's, because he got some health scares that we, are glad that have overcome. And yet and still, we still got to work and do all, man. Come on, live, man. It for real. Nikki, that's a long thing.
There's our girl, Rhonda. There she is.
There it is.
I know she got, and I know my sister-in-law got it. My sister-in-law do not play. Between her and Rhonda on the rocks, y'all would get along great. You two people right here, Fooey and Rhonda, y'all would get along great. I'm letting y'all know that right now.
You know what's funny about this? You know what's really funny about this? And I've learned this too. No is a complete sentence, right? This is something I always say. I've had people, and people think it's rude, everybody, but people think I can be rude anyway, but if you take this from me, and I've learned you will have such a great free life, is outside of no being a complete sentence, realize you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. That is like, I had somebody come to me and say, hey man, why'd you do this? You're not going to give me an answer? No. Why not? I don't have to. That is the best for the world to know. People have to realize we don't. Wait. Nikki just said.
Yeah, I'm leaving her comment up there while you talking, so people can at least read it because I thought it was good. Yeah, I left it up there. Yeah. I left it up there so people can read it. Yeah. That
is good, Nikki. That's why you are a doctor. That's why I call you Dr. Nikki Ford. And that sounds like her name, Dr. Nikki. And Zeke.
Yeah.
So those of you that's tuning in, share this, by the way. Put hearts on it. Please heart this conversation. It keeps us in the algorithm. Zeke, what did you have for today? Video.
What do I have? I got a bunch of stuff. I got a few things. Yeah.
Because I know
got one. I got one that you sent me, and I got to send it to my computer. But it's just us today, so I can send it at some point through the show. I sent it. You know what ended up happening? I was finna start working on it. Then we started talking about this. I was finna send it to my computer, and we started talking about this. I got to scream. We started talking about this, and it got real good. Like, Nikki says she's a doctor now. There you go. He's shot by. Hey. Uh-oh. Eric, did I lose you? Oh. He went on mute. James Brown is on mute. He's probably got them in there. I got to say shout out to my Aunt Regina. What's up, Auntie? Hey. And my boy Will C was on here. I don't know if I gave him a shout out or not. I know I put his name up there. So many comments. I can't get back to it. But my boy Will C is on here. I always got to shout him out over on the west side. My uncle said to Miss Sheila, let me see, because I'm trying to find that. I got all these different comments in here. Oh, man, y'all are commenting today, and I love that. Y'all, and here's the reason why I love it. Again, the reason I love it is because, like I said, we just randomly started talking about this because Eric is in the hospital, as y'all know. That's why he's going in and out with mute, so he talked about that. And then we just start talking about how we doing. And look at all the stuff that's going on with people. And here's the crazy part, because I know a lot of y'all personally, and I know how y'all are. I know y'all have not stopped. That's the thing. I know you haven't stopped. I know you still either clocking the clock. I know you are locked in with Zeke Lock. Hey, like what I did there. No, but I know you haven't stopped punching the clock. I know that you're still taking care of your children. I know that some of y'all got businesses that you're running while also working another job. Some of y'all got churches that you're pastoring. Some of y'all got projects you're trying to get done. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know that about you. We know that about each other. And yet, look at all the things that have come across the screen that people are going through. Look at all of that people are going through and still doing what they're doing. So that's why we check in with each other. That's how we heal, man. We start off by just having the conversation. And I'll be, again, the first to tell you, in vulnerability, been there, man, with that going down mentally. It starts worrying on your physical health. You start just you just start second guessing stuff that you know you should be doing, or you should be part of. You start second guessing yourself, like then you start isolating. It's just the whole rabbit trail, man. It may not be that way for you. Maybe it was just for you. You started eating more and you shouldn't have been eating that. You know that you know your health is struggling with that, but some people comfort eat, right? For some people they overdo it when they start working out. They start going, they almost become addicted. For some people, it's, drugs and booze. Hello, been there. I got you, man. Like, some people it's that. For some people it's just sex. You just got to find, and we're allowed to say sex on Facebook and YouTube. They're going to mute me for that. For some people, you find in every woman or man that you can mess with because you're trying to find love in that. For some people, it's overworking. You go and you just dive more into the job. No, whatever it is, whatever your response is, that's just your response. But the thing is, like Nikki said on here, it's all about getting to the root of the healing. If you can get to the root of what's going on, and you won't get to the root of it unless you talk it out. Sometimes you need to make sure, or you need to talk that out with somebody who's licensed to be able to do so. And that's why next week we're doing what we're doing. I know I keep pushing. I wish I had a flyer today for next week. I might need to make a flyer all about next week and post that. It would have been really good and appropriate to have it for today, since the conversation went this direction. This ain't even what we was getting on to talk about or nothing, but here we are. Nonetheless, here we are. Man, thank y'all for locking in, man. Definitely thank y'all for locking in, because this conversation is necessary. This conversation is necessary. By the way, Nikki wants y'all to know she is not a licensed doctor or physician, but we'll call her Dr. Nikki anyways. We'll call her Dr. Nikki anyways. Yeah, oh man, I'm just, the way the conversation just went, I'm really just kind of, man, because listen, it's real out here, y'all. It's real out here. I'm wondering this, y'all. I'm wondering this question while Eric is still kind of in the he's in the middle of something. So, almost. You good. Yes, Abronia, I'm glad you brought that up. Before I ask the question I was about to ask, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, so at APC next week, we are having a couple of things that are going on. We're working on a possible support group that's going on, on next Friday. But we will be starting those every Thursday starting April. Not every Thursday, I'm sorry, every last Thursday. So if it's a 4 Thursdays, it's on the 4th. You know how it goes. If there's 5 Thursdays, it'll be on that 5th Thursday. Whatever is the last Thursday of the month. And so there'll be something about that coming out. I actually have a flyer somewhere that I actually can put up. And then my mother, who is a licensed clinical counselor, she will be here on that Saturday. That's Saturday the 29th. So we're doing a workshop on that day. And again, these things have limited seating. These things have limited seating because they're meant to be, kind of small groups. It's not meant to put 150 people in a room. This is, maybe 30 people tops. And so we've been kind of Like we haven't made like a big push for it yet because we already know a lot of people will sign up for that. Bronya, if you want to be there, you can absolutely be there that day. I'll make sure you have a seat at the table, Brony Cat. You will have a seat at the table. And if anybody from this broadcast, I'm gonna find that and make sure we have that up. Eric, whenever you get like free and you can start running the mouth, I can when you get a chance, you can start to. Oh, back, perfect. Yeah. But I'm gonna find that flyer and put it on there. That's what she's talking about, APC's flyer, and then my organizational flyer. I will make sure to send you that as well for the work that you do. I know, you know. She said not at the table. Well, you know what I mean. It's gonna be table. We're gonna have food there. We're gonna have conversation. You get a chance to go back and forth with my mom about those different, some of these topics and things. We're really talking about families. The thing is called Secure Atmospheres for Faith. For family effectiveness. Secure atmosphere for family effectiveness. S-A, I can't talk. S-A-F-E. Safe. So, safe. We want to talk about that. So, both of my parents are coming. I'm really excited about that. Uncle John, you heard it here if you haven't heard it yet. You heard it here. Rhonda, yes, you have a seat at the table. Matter of fact, yeah, let's talk, because we could do something with that, actually, you know. You see your boy BBJ here. I see, what up, Jarvis Cooper? That means BBJ is here. That's my big bro, man. That's BBJ. That's Big Unk, man. That's BBJ. Bishop Jarvis Cooper. If y'all know the rapper BBJ, man, that's Bishop. That's Bishop Cooper, man. That is my dude. When we in Dallas, we eat breakfast together just about every morning. So that's, we got a chance to talk all the time and just pick his brain with a lot of stuff. So I love BBJ. I definitely love him. Let me see what my uncle said here. My pastor tells us that God rested on the seventh day, but God never slumbers nor sleeps. Being able to maintain your peace and tempo is still rest. It's only found in the perfect peace of mind, body, and soul that comes from God through Jesus. That will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Yeah, that's why we say think on good things. Think on these things. Think on whatever things are, lovely, a good report. Whatever things are, think of that. The Rhonda put that in there earlier, think about good stuff,
you know what's
man.
funny about this, Zeke? There's a new song. Rita threatened to fight because she
tagged them Benique as gangsters.
The inmate. And that's funny.
My girl Rita.
Commission, their new song coming out is called Think on Those Things, and they have a new single coming out, and it's with that topic. Man, we've had some good conversation with everybody. Thank you guys for being interactive. Please share. Please put the hearts. Oh, she said I used to love BBJ. BBJ still making that music.
Yeah,
he in here. Jarvis Cooper.
He's in Hood Book with me. That's why we be in Dallas together and we be eating breakfast and sitting. Like he's a good dude. Have you ever seen somebody just a good dude, good work ethic? He's hilarious on stage, man. He's funny, man, and he got a flow, bro. I'm telling you, BBJ got a flow.
He can cook.
He got that. He can cook, yeah, and he was on a whole health journey and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he come down in his in his full sweatsuit. You wouldn't see him in the morning, but he would come down in his sweatsuit. He would hit the gym or taking a walk, and I'm talking about one of those sweatsuits where he was, and he was being conscious of his health and all of that. Like he was definitely, he is definitely. Man,
that's a dedication because Texas is a different type of heat.
Yeah, because that heat last summer was redonkulous.
I was over Texas.
That run that we did with Terrell Carter, shout out to Terrell Carter. That with Terrell Carter and who was it? Tamika Scott and who else was there? Yeah, from Escape. Yeah, that run that we did when they were doing the Adam and Eve. That heat was we were shooting in the middle of the night because it was so freaking hot during the day. Like,
dude, I remember. And hopefully Fred is trying at the warehouse, bro. That ain't nothing like the heat in that warehouse in the summer. You will lose weight and sweat,
man. And then I'm in there the most active one. I'm in there doing all these steps. So, but the dancers, I got to give it to all the dancers. I had my scenes, but they had everything.
And thanks to their taskmaster.
Zabretta, Miss Z, we Z stick together. Me and her always say that to each other. We Z stick together.
They get one sip of water every 2 hours.
It should be and. She bossing everybody around. My girl.
I'm like, wait. What is this picture? That is James Brown. My picture changes. It's about to change in a minute.
Yeah, James Brown makes an appearance to us every day, so we have to make sure to honor James Brown.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Shout out to Nikki. We love the conversation that you brought to this, Nikki, and the piece.
Dr.
And everyone who did. Yes, everyone give it up for Dr. Nikki Ford. Speak it in. Speak it in.
Name, Dr. Nikki Ford.
Yeah, Rita says, good morning, Zekester and James. Yes, I told y'all, James makes an appearance. James Brown makes an appearance every day with us. He tunes, he locks in. James Brown is a lock star. He's locked in.
He's a part of what we're doing over here.
Yeah, he's locked in, bro. He's y'all, man. So we were having this conversation around just mental health and working a lot of hours and stressing out and doing all these different things and all that kind of stuff like that. Eric, you do a lot of stuff, man. You do a whole lot of stuff. You manage people. You on the phone all the time. You got a job. You got a daughter. I know that. She grown and she doing her own thing, but I know that don't take away from the worries. They wear
me out.
And then on top of that, you had, some personal things, like with marriage and all that other kind of stuff. And you overcome it. You overcome it every time and you still get back up. What do you account that to? What do you account that to? Being able to get up. And before I'll give you a chance to answer it, we do want to just acknowledge Jeremy D. Sanders. Pastor Jeremy, he says, thank y'all for having me yesterday. Y'all my peoples. No, thank you for being here yesterday. That was an amazing conversation, even with that. We've been having some dope conversations, y'all. We've been having some dope convos. And thanks, Nikki, for joining in with us. Dr. Nikki out. Hey, here's the other thing I want to tell y'all. And Nikki, before you go, I'll tell y'all another thing we got coming up starting in April. I had a thing last year called Healing Voices. For those of y'all that like and love to sing and don't want to, go to choir rehearsal every week, well, once a month, we got a community choir-esque situation. We get together, we sing until we feel better. I call it a woosah. And so starting in April, you'll see a flyer come out about that real soon, actually. And of course, I'll post it on here. But y'all definitely want to do that. Healing Voices. I'm telling you, if you just love to sing, if you just love to be around singing, and if you love to be around community, that is going on starting in April. We're bringing that back, and we're going to do it monthly. So I want y'all to lock in with that if you're in the Chicagoland area, because, once a month to get together and just sing, it will woosah. It will. We're talking about stress and about mental health. You got to find avenues. And so for those that love to sing and love to be around music, and we sing choir music and songs like that, but we sing songs that are really about healing. Just get like one of the songs we do all the time is a song like, ooh child, things are gonna get easier. We toss the mic, we pass it around. Someday put it together, get it undone. We doing stuff like that, or maybe do a Hezekiah Walker better, or, I need you, you need me. We're all a part of God's body, right? We're doing stuff like that where we're really just healing and trying to do that through singing. So I want to make sure that y'all are at least aware of those things that are going on through the work that I do in community. I like to integrate that stuff over on this side because I think we all need it. And so I want to make sure that y'all at least know about all of that. Y'all shout out to Eddie Kane Jr. Eddie Kane. That's Eddie Kane, baby. That's him right there. Nights like this, I wish
that movie is one of the
raindrops
best movies ever.
would fall.
Speaking of movies, Zeke, in your opinion, I want to ask, and you all in the comments too, which movie was better to you, the Five Heartbeats or the Temptations movie?
Oh, that's such a hard decision. The Temptations was like real, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the Five Heartbeats was based on real. So, it's hard to say. The Five Heartbeats, you watch it in one sitting. The Temptations, you had to watch it over 2 episodes. So,
Just like, another good movie was the New Edition movie was great. That was a really good portrayal of New Edition.
No cap, I've never seen the New Edition movie.
Oh, you would love it. Okay,
I mean, I've seen it, but I keep falling asleep.
You got to wake up and watch it. It is good.
So check this out. Eddie Kane Jr., all right? And I'm going to come back to the question I asked you. Like, Eddie Kane Jr., here's what I found out. Y'all know we've been calling him Eddie Kane. You know that man's name is King? I did not know that because he said it with that country swag right there, Eddie Kane.
Yeah, but it's King.
All my life it was Eddie Kane, But meanwhile, it's Eddie King. Like black folks, we gotta do better with our speech. We do. And I'm still calling him Eddie Kane. I don't care what nobody say. I'm with Jeremy. I'm calling him Eddie Kane.
And the funny part about that, Zeke, I was having a conversation with a couple while back. I was talking to Marcus McFarlane, and we were talking about black movies. And do you know his wife said she had never seen, and we talked about Melissa for days, by the way. So Melissa McFarlane, this is about you. She had never seen The Last Dragon.
Oh, Lord. So did Mika, remember? We got black people out here. We got black people over the age of 30 who have never seen.
Oh, Mika. For those who know, her name is Mika
from
Williams.
New X. Yeah.
So you can talk about it. Mika Williams is a sucker for jokes. What else did we trick her with? She didn't see black movies. What else did we used to get her with? Riddles. She cannot do a riddle to save her life.
Not just talk about it.
If doing a riddle would save Mika's life, she's on her way with it.
Never seen. Yeah, they've never seen The Last Dragon. Have y'all seen The Last Dragon? Everybody on here? I'm just
that
assuming
reminds me of Tamika, though.
that y'all seen it.
We were talking about music and contracts, and remember Tamika was like, "Oh, what's the guy Van Hoozle Watt? Like who's Van Hoozle? Van Hoozle Watt? I'm like Van Halen. She's like, yeah, that's his name, Van Hoozen Watt. I'm like, who the heck is Van Hoozen Watt? But some of these people like, isn't it funny that but think about it, we were talking to Mika about that certain groups she had never heard of.
Yeah.
It was like that's why it's like in sync. Like in sync.
Look at this! Oh my God! Look at this! Brony Cat has never watched The Last Dragon. What?
Brony Cat.
Ride on the Rocks never seen it. What? I'm with Brenda Rose. Shout out to you, Brenda. What? Like what? What?
Yo,
we gotta have a movie night.
Zeke, that's a good idea. And we got to take some black cards real quick.
Black cards suspended. We won't revoke y'all because y'all part of the Lockstar family, so we won't revoke your black card.
I don't know now at this point. They kind of hanging on at this point.
I don't know. For doing this Mawa movement, not MAGA, it's Mawa. We say Mawa over here. Make America white again. During this movement, it might be in your best interest to have your black card suspended for a couple. Turn on my best voice. Right, I'm turning on my best voice. Hi guys, how are ya? Good to see. Let me stop.
Let me tell you something, man. This is fun. This is a good time. Let me ask you all this question, then. And just so you guys know, I do believe in taking these. I take them, so I just put a picture up of one. You will lose it if you don't know your stuff. Okay.
What's that? It didn't come up. It's not showing.
Coming up.
Oh.
It's coming up.
Oh,
but
Lord.
It's going to show part of it. The black card.
Oh, that's your black card?
So let me ask you. Let's see whose black cards we taking today. All right. Now, no. I'm going to tell you the worst movie. People will probably kill me for this. I might lose my for this. One of the worst movies ever was Love and Basketball.
You think so? I love that movie when it came out.
Okay, how many people have seen Juice in the comments? Old school Juice.
It's been a long time since I've seen Juice. I was like a little kid, and I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I did see it. Like, I probably should have been watching it when I did see it.
I'm gonna ask people in the comments what is the best? What do you guys feel is some of the best black movies ever? She said, "Why is it the worst though?" Because Rita asked, "Why is it the worst though?" Do you like that movie, Rita? If you like it, that's why it's the worst.
I can find it.
How about that? I don't like it because you like it. That's why it's the worst. Next. No, no, I'm just kidding.
My uncle never seen Juice. I think all the the church folks wasn't watching Juice. They wasn't watching that stuff. Mongo was preaching at a young age. He wasn't watching.
Oh, he can keep his card.
Yeah, it's because he was Rita
loved it. Rita, I would have thought you liked something like Original Gangster.
Every time I drive through Gary, that's all I could think about is Original Gangsters. I'll be like, I wonder where they was
they
when
around the corner from my house.
For real?
Yeah, that was around the corner from where I used to live.
Oh wow, bro, Gary is something.
American Prison Song.
Brony Cat agrees with you.
Thank you,
Brony Cat agrees with you. Loving basketball was horrible. She agrees with you. Oh snap! Let's see a Prison Song. I don't think I know Prison Song. What's Prison Song?
Now, when year did that come out? I don't know.
Y'all, give us some. Yeah, I don't remember that one. I don't know that. Maybe I do. I don't know. I might. You said what?
Your uncle said Claudine. That was a movie?
Yeah, wasn't it? Claudine was that like the 70s or something, I think, wasn't it?
I was just falling out in the 70s.
My sister Fooey said The Best Man was the best movie.
Definitely not.
Listen, my wife will watch The Best Man, especially The Best Man Holiday. I kid y'all not. She will turn it on and watch it back to back to back to back, and I'll be like, "Please don't watch that movie again." Like, please. I don't want to tell what happened in the movie, in case you haven't seen it. Rondo the Rock's got to jump off real quick. She got to get out of here, but she said she loves all the Lock Stars. Y'all see the name is catching. The name is catching. The Lock Stars. If you lock in with us, then you a Lock Star. That's how that works. If you lock in with Zeke Live, that makes you a Lock Star.
Wait,
that
Brenda Rose, Brothers was a good movie. You like Brothers?
Yes, it was a movie, y'all. Claudine was a movie. Okay, cool.
Didn't know that. Sparkle. Oh, Jesus.
Let's see. Q-Tip. Oh, Prison Song had Q-Tip in it, so that's like our generation in I ain't seen it. Oh, man. Sparkle, I might have to go check that out.
Sparkle came out back in the day.
Sparkle, Sparkle. That's what the red. They was wearing the red, red dresses on the cover.
I've seen it. I was a really little kid in Sparkle days.
Rita said she agrees with my wife that Terrence Howard is hilarious. He is hilarious in that movie. I just watched the new Best Man series on NBC. It was actually
all his
good.
Stuff sounded like. All his characters like when Jamie Foxx killed him. Dude.
Right.
Jamie Foxx killed him in that. What they say down here? Oh, Cooley High was great.
That's my joint. Now Cooley High is my ish, y'all. I love Cooley High. I can watch. That's a movie I can watch a few times in a row. I love all the Fridays. Absolutely. All the Fridays, especially the first one, but all of them. Yeah. The second one was which one was the best Friday to y'all? The best Friday. I want to say the first Friday to me is probably the best because that set the standard. And I think that the last, not last Friday because that's the new one they're making right now, but Friday After Next, the one with Christmas where Ricky Smiley was the crackhead Santa. That one, yeah. That one is
I'm gonna get you,
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Oh Lord. Oh, y'all going back.
Brenda, you went way back to Car Wash.
Car Wash. So y'all, we ain't seen Claudine, Eric. We need to have a Claudine movie night where they said the soundtrack is the bomb. So Claudine apparently is that movie. I don't think I've seen it though. I know it, but I don't think I've seen it. Lean on Me is a good one. I don't know first though.
I've never seen it first in my life.
I don't know that. But Lean on Me. Joe Clark was that dude. When you think about it, Joe Clark, he definitely was breaking laws though, locking the kids into school so the fire code couldn't get in.
Had a bat hit stuff with it.
Right.
I would have been just like Joe Clark.
Joe Clark.
Kids all across the back of their heads.
Joe Clark was boy. I'd have been scared to be at Joe Clark's high school. I'd have been scared.
Y'all give us some more black movies. We got I love all black movies. I'm a movie head, even the corny ones.
Yeah, sometimes I get on Tubi and we and just watch. We fell asleep watching Tubi movies the other day. Sometimes they have good storylines. Thin line between love and hate. Ooh. Jeremiah Stevens, what's up? Yeah, thin line between love and hate. That one, you know what about thin line between love and hate?
Soundtrack was killing.
The soundtrack was killing, of course, but the idea that that a woman would do that to a man, and it's like who's wrong in this situation? Is Martin wrong or was she legit crazy
She's
and had
automatic.
what was coming up.
I'm just
Like,
kidding.
you know.
Why did I get married?
Why did I get married? Diary of a Mad Housewife. Let's see
one
here.
Tyler Perry movie.
And why did I get those? Eric said, if you've seen one Tyler Perry movie, you've seen them all.
It's always the same premise: abused woman, bad husband, good-looking bummy guy ends up with a woman. The guy gets hurt.
The bummy guy with the bad wig and the oiled chest. He gets the girl. You got to have an oily chest. You got to oil that chest up. You want to be on Tyler Perry, you got to oil that chest, boy. Although I do like Beauty and the Black. I do like that series. Tyler Perry has stepped up his game.
Yeah,
like,
your cousin
he stepped it up.
I got to disagree with. Your cousin said Tubi got good movies, horrible quality. No, they don't. Tubi movies are terrible. I've never seen a movie when one character is one person, then they go to the fight scene, they're a whole different person, they ain't even the same clothes. I watched Tubi the other night. A lady kicked this man. He had an afro. When he got the fight, he had French braids. How in the world did that happen?
My sister-in-law. That's my sister. That's Stix's sister.
Sister-in-law, you wrong for that one.
Sharitha. Look at that. First date was to go see Claudine. So Claudine must be this real. Miss Pickens said she went to go see Claudine with her husband. So Claudine must be. It must be the truth. We need to maybe had a Claudine night. Maybe we need to have a Claudine night so y'all can teach us young folks what that is. The Black Panther movies. Yeah. Django was the movie. Yeah.
That was Malcolm X was good too.
Yeah.
They did his thing in that movie.
Yeah, Roots broke the mold. That's what my uncle said, and Brony Cat agrees. Yeah, Roots did break the movie mold. It definitely did. It let us tell real stories.
He said, "Your uncle said, don't hate on Tyler Perry. I ain't hating on him, but Tyler Perry wigs be terrible in these movies.
Hey, they do be terrible.
Your boy.
One thing we do in black culture. One thing we do in black culture is have good hair, and that ain't represent the culture right.
that wig Tyler Perry had on, and the wig that Shamar Moore had on, them braids.
They will go down in history as the worst ever. But I will say one thing about Tyler Perry, like whether love him or not, like at the end of the day, he has definitely done so much for black entertainment. Like I really honestly, like it's one of those things you got to be, proud of, Shaft. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Rita said you a hater, Eric.
I definitely am. I'm your personal hater. I'm your guardian angel hater.
They say if you've seen Tyler Perry plays and you've seen his movies.
Thank you, Ronnie Cat.
Exactly. That's the point.
South Central. OG Bobby Johnson.
Not y'all roasting. Oh man, y'all gonna kill all my opportunity. Y'all roasting Tyler Perry. Terrell, if you on here on Instagram today, Terrell, I did not say any of these things.
Terrell, you my guy.
My guy Terrell Carter, man, he's a good dude, man. We got a chance to meet in Dallas and work on stuff. He's a good dude, and he's popped in a couple times. He's on a show called Beauty and the Black. He plays Varney, the lawyer, on Beauty and the Black over on Netflix. Now, that is not just the Tyler Perry. Yeah, he really is. He's a good dude. Used to sing with with Fred Radical for Christ. Yeah, he one of the ones that singing on Late in the Midnight Hour. Guns going
Brony Cat.
When that first came out.
I agree with you. The first Shaft was good, but I actually do like the Samuel Jackson version of Shaft too.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Somebody said the Mac. That's old, but that movie was hilarious. I saw that movie.
Here's one right here, Soul Food. I'm surprised nobody said Soul Food first. I didn't even think about Soul Food. Soul Food was our stuff. Yo, right here. Yeah, fool. Yeah, you missed some. Yeah, The Chi is a good series. Yeah. I've not seen The Chi. I've not seen a single episode of The Chi. Ever.
Another thing. Have any of you guys that watch TV online ever seen Southside? That show is hilarious. It's on
Southside is
crazy. Yeah. You seen it, Zeke?
Yeah, Southside is that movie. Here's the one right here, Color Purple. Listen, okay, that's a movie I can watch, and I'm talking about like not the musical. I haven't seen the musical yet, which is a very different concept. The movie that just came out is the musical, so it's not The Color Purple. It wasn't a remake. It was a cinematic take on the musical, the stage play. So very different. People were upset when they went to go see it. They was doing all that singing. It was like, y'all went to go see a musical. You should have like read the, you should have watched the trailer. But the original one from the 80s, yeah, like white people, y'all need to go back and watch The Color Purple. I'm telling you, like tell your white friends to go watch The Color Purple. I heard a comedian say it one time. It's got all of your people that you love and trust. Danny Glover and Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey. All the black people you love and trust are in that movie. You can go back and watch it with,
You know what's funny about Zeke?
What's that?
Now I'm gonna upset people. Soul Food was good. This Christmas.
Oh yeah, this Christmas. That was with Chris Brown.
That dude killed on his song.
Yeah,
now, let's ask this question. Now, this is another question. And we talked about this on our first broadcast, but I want to ask you guys in the comments, who do you feel in our community, in the black community, and this is not a bash, okay? Well, I might, but for you all, it's not a bash. Who do you feel is an overrated singer? I talked about this.
Oh, Lord, you finna get me in trouble. There you go.
Who do you guys feel are overrated singers? Okay, overrated singers. Period.
You finna get me in trouble? He about to get me in trouble?
Overrated singers. Who do you guys feel are overrated singers? Who, when people say, oh, they killing, you like, yeah, they all right. I'll start the list off if you guys are ashamed.
Here we go.
I'll type it out. I'll start my list in the comments so y'all can attack me. Here we go. First on my list, we have number one. We're not gonna say my employer is overrated. We're not gonna say Fred. You are hereby banned from. No, just kidding.
Eric, you put it out there, Eric. I'm telling Uncle. I'm telling.
Somebody said Taylor Swift. Exactly.
Oh Lord, Eric done put up. Oh Lord, look who Eric done put up there.
Mary J. Blige.
Your mama said Taylor Swift.
Wait, Mary J. Blige cannot sing, but she's passionate. That's what people get from her. Mary is passionate, but yeah, I agree with you. Beyonce, definitely.
Rita about to have the Beehive come on here and tell me a new one in the comments.
And Brenda, I know Brenda. No, Brenda's part of Fred's fan club, so I'll mess with her. Let me see. Oh, Beyonce.
That's hilarious. Oh man, a couple for Beyonce. Beyonce, really, y'all? Beyonce's one of the most technically skilled singers out there right now. Like,
oh, I'm gonna make people real mad with this comment. Oh, they coming. It's coming. Patti LaBelle's overrated. She flies and she flaps her arms. She hollers. She can sing, don't get me wrong, but it's like if somebody said, Eric, you're going to see Patti LaBelle, I say, give me a ticket to see the Whispers before I go see Patti LaBelle, and I don't like them either.
Yeah, that'd be Patti.
You know. Patti LaBelle, we keep it. Yeah, Patti LaBelle has never done
it. Patti be giving that work. Rita said she don't care. That's that gangster mentality right there. She don't care about the Beehive. She said what she said.
I agree with you. Rita, now we on the same page. The Beehive. Man. Who else we got? Who else? Fantasia hollers, but Fantasia can sing.
Yeah, Fantasia be doing all that stuff too.
Oh my God. Wait a minute, Brony Cat.
Put your picture on the window. I put your picture on the window. Woo! That's your mama there. I can't argue with your mother. I just let people say what they say. We listen, we don't judge.
Yeah, we can't judge.
Oh, look at that one. Oh, boy.
Oh, since we're going to do that, all right, here we go. I'm going to make people really mad.
And Rita said to let you know, y'all ain't on no page. Like, now that's funny. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, these overrated singers, y'all. I ain't saying nobody, because I'm surprised somebody ain't put me in the comments. Like, all right, Eric really tried to tick y'all off. We talking about overrated singers, and this is who Eric put up, y'all. All right, I'm waiting for everybody from the 80s to come through. Oh my Lord, y'all! Whoa, boy! Woo, Jesus!
Kim has always been cool with me. Oh wait, Okay, let's change subject. I got a show coming with him. All right,
you put it out there. You put it out there.
Oh no. Brenda messing up now. That is one of my best friends. Dietrich Haddon.
That's one of my mentors.
Best vocalist of all time.
That's one of my mentors. Oh my God. Brenda Rose done put 2 of my mentors on the list. Oh my God. Fred and Dietrich.
Get some help from my ear. Sarah, my ear. See, this is my ear. I work with everybody from Kirk, Fred, Donnie, Kiera, everybody. I pick vocals, I arrange background singers, all of that. Went to school from, visual performing arts school, all that.
Hey, you put it out there.
Yeah, I did put it out there. Michael Bolton. Okay, we got to change something. Michael Bolton.
Now we're going on the white side. Oh, man. If y'all know Michael Bolton, that was Lead on Me. Remember that remake? When you're not sure.
We got to change something.
Lord, they tagging him now. So you put it out there. People got their opinion.
Yeah, let's get, all right, we changed the subject.
Oh, Lord Jesus. They say Stephanie Mills. My God. My Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Okay. All right. Let's do
they
this.
Tried to fix. I knew it was going to come for you for this Luther. I knew you couldn't. You couldn't get away with saying Luther. You couldn't get away with saying Luther. The people going.
She said we did not take paycheck rule my opinion. Yes, I am.
Listen, my opinion is I'm not telling y'all my opinion. I won't. I don't think anybody's overrated. This is my honest to God truth. I don't think anybody's overrated. I think they reach the audience that they reach. That's my honest belief. So I don't have no.
Drake is overrated. I said it. I agree with you. Drake can retire tomorrow, and I won't care.
Drake. So since you brought up Drake, as a pivot, that's a good pivot. Did you know that Drake, that case is back? That case against well, it's not really against Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick's not named in it. Yeah, it's against Universal Music Group. So Kendrick is not named in the case. I was just watching this story on the news last night, a clip of this story on CBS News. CBS was reporting it. And the reason it's such a big deal is because it can have implications for the law regarding free speech, regarding the First Amendment and what you can do, because the song got so big, of course, and there's the whole defamation thing. Did Drake actually have something with a minor? A minor mustard, right? So this has implications though for the First Amendment. This has First Amendment implications, and so it could drastically impact the law. So how about this as a subject matter? Elon Musk is having implications right now on the Constitution. He's South African. Drake now is about to have implications on the Constitution, about to have effect. I wouldn't say implications. They're going to have impact on it. He's not American, y'all. He's Canadian citizen. So we got people. So when we start talking about these immigrants coming in here messing up the country, who are the immigrants that are coming in messing up the country? Because I just named two of them, and they're about to have. They're having massive impact on the Constitution.
But see,
immigrants.
Did you see the list? But did you see the list of countries that the U.S. don't want to allow to visit here no more? They have a list of countries they don't want. Zimbabwe was one. People come from other countries coming here to visit, they don't want. And Elon Musk is South African. And what Elon Musk has done is got the president to approve white Africans to be allowed to come into the country legally.
And that's something. Yeah, it's not about Africans coming in. It's about black Africans. It's about African Africans coming in. That's what it's about. Yeah, African Africans. I'm going to call them African, Native Africans. There's not them coming in.
Now, this is the thing, though. The fact that this man is possibly able to get in and change the Constitution to fit his agenda is crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you know what? You want to hear what I'm thinking is crazy? It's all centered around money and making money and all of that. That's why I'm not really a big advocate for all the songs and preaching and all this other stuff that is all centered around money, because we done put something in the consciousness about, to quote, who's it, Wu-Tang? It's all about that cream. And that's cash rules everything around me. What's that? Wu-Tang?
That have you seen? They have one on Hulu. The
Oh, this is
Wu-Tang
true,
story.
Melania. Oh, I didn't
That's
know that. Huh?
is
Yeah,
dope.
Melania. I forgot. Our very first lady is an immigrant. Yeah, ain't that
He's an
something?
immigrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one former porn star. Anyway, the only protected class of immigrants is yeah, that's the truth, and now those are the ones that they're allowing to come in. Matter of fact, I got the list right here of the countries that he wants to ban from
Oh,
coming.
yeah. Show
Hold on,
that.
list of countries. I'm
Yeah, because it's so interesting because we talk about immigrants and folks is talking about we need to get these immigrants. They doing this, they doing that, and the other, and the ones that are having the real consequential ones, the ones who are having real impact.
Mhm.
Yeah, like now on one hand, I kind of get Drake's because like so for Drake's legal case, for instance, he's suing Universal Music Group. That's the label, distributor, whatever that put out him and Kendrick Lamar. So they getting paid off of the whole beef. They getting paid off of all of it. They don't care who wins, loses, or whatever. As long as y'all streaming both of them, they want to make sure that when Kendrick say something, Drake comes back, and when Drake something, Kendrick comes back. Because for them, that's two massive stars that y'all gonna stream the music and they gonna get paid off all of that and everybody making money.
Oh, Zeke.
But now Drake has put up a case and that case now has real impact. What we supposed to do with that?
And matter of fact, Zeke, I found it. It's called the Trump 2.0 travel ban, and it's
Mm.
broken down in color codes. The citizens lit countries in the red category will be completely barred entering the United States. Those it's Afghanistan, Cuba, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. Now, countries in the orange would face higher scrutiny and subject to mandatory in-person interviews. Haiti, Laos, and South Sudan. Now, the yellow would be given a 60 days to address concerns. And those are all the other countries like the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Dominica, uh, Liberia, Republic of the Congo, Saint Lucia, and places like that. Um, his ban will, the Trump ban will effectively affect more than 40 countries from entering the United States.
Wow.
Dude, this this dude is
Wow.
trying to shut out everybody,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everybody.
Yeah, and
And
I know
so
some
far,
will
we
make the argument for the fact that there's terrorists because I'm gonna play both sides for y'all real quick. So I
right.
know some will argue about you don't know if someone's a terrorist if they're coming in or whatever. But on the other side of it, I look at it and I say, well, because those countries are plagued with that, you don't know people are coming in because of being they really need that protection. They really need
Oh,
that
but wait,
safety.
we gonna go off the terrorists though.
Refugee. That's the
They
word I'm
say
looking
that,
for.
but when they say terrorists, dude, the United States have been the biggest terrorist ever. The United States have taken more countries. Like I saw a guy a couple months back was on there talking about China. If you're in space and you see China is dark, they're not allowed to have the lights on. Man, the United States don't give no care about them people having no lights. All they care about how we will get some money from over here. They don't care nothing about them people sitting in the dark. Think about it. When has this country ever really think about us as black people? They give you a little bit of stuff like here, this will pacify those Negroes, give them this. It's a whole thing. We're test dummies, we're test subjects. They spray us with stuff. See, I'm a conspiracy theorist as it is. We get sprayed with stuff. Think about this. Think about this, Zeke. When you were a kid growing up, snow was snow, right?
Yeah.
Snow melted. It came out. Think about the stuff that's on the windshields now. This is the most slimy snow. I've never seen slimy snow and rain before
Yeah, we
in
have had
my
some dirty
life.
rain. I washed the car the other day, like with the good wash and the wax and the
Yeah,
stuff that the rain just rolls off. And so I
yeah.
washed it, didn't know it was supposed to rain. So we washed the car. We was riding pretty. By that night it had rained and woke up the next morning and the car looked like we rolled through a
A mud
sand
patch.
yard. Like it looked just sitting
What
in the driveway, it looked like it rolled through
we are test
and
subjects.
we washed it the night before, you know? Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
This
Nehemiah's Jeremiah said right now they're focused on the Hispanic community.
Yeah, so with the work that I do, I to
Uh-huh.
that point, with the work that I do, I've got some immigrant, I've got some folks that I've serviced before, or that we've serviced through our organization before. I'll even say that because we have multiple sites who have come as immigrants, refugees, and like when that travel ban, not the travel ban, but when ICE started going around, when they started going around pulling stuff out of Chicago, like folks disappeared, man. Couldn't find them, couldn't get in touch with them. One guy was supposed to, see him at some point, hopefully. At some point, hopefully, but he did let me know he's doing all right. But like folks are scared, and he's here legally. He's got all his paperwork,
but
all his info.
wait, but did you see that? Even with those that are here legal, the president has said he want nobody. Vice President said nobody should be here permanently. So now, those that are permanent residents, they want to revisit them as well. If this reminds me, dude, I think they want America to go back to when the milkman came through the neighborhood, put the milk on the porch, and
Mawa, it's Mawa.
Yep.
It's not MAGA, y'all. The MAGA is just it's a cool phrase. MAGA, that gets us back to the Ronald Reagan days. A lot of people have said make America great again. The thing that made this different is that MAGA was just the front for MAWA, make America white again. There we go. Yeah.
That's exactly the goal.
This is a crazy effect of all of this. My uncle just put up there. Tesla stock is down. I thought it was more than 44%. As of yesterday, I thought I saw something, and maybe this was just an overnight. I thought it was 50-something% down, like 58% or something. I could be wrong on that, but I thought, and that could just be a one day. That could be a 1 day situation as well. But I heard something with a 50 in it.
But
what's
Tesla
that?
Stock, this is what's going on among people. Tesla stock is down.
Yeah, they made Elon.
It's down to 53%. I just pulled it up. This is what's going on.
Yeah. I knew it was something over 50.
Tesla's fallen off, and Trump has started to get a lot of pushback from, they're burning him. He's getting pushback from white America as well. All of them.
Heck yeah.
Because
they realizing how much they're dependent on government. So Tesla, here's the reality about Tesla. Y'all might remember this. Chevy, I think it was it Chevy or Ford back in the 90s, had an electric car. There was an electric car design that they had. I think Michael, oh Lord, what's his name? Not Michael Myers, the big heavyset guy. Michael Moore, I think. Who always wears the hat, big guy with the glasses, does documentaries. Well, he did one on electric cars, and the query of the documentary was, why did the electric car die? This was clearly going to be better for the environment. This was clearly, it was a working design. It had something they can grow with, and the car never took off. Well, the oil industry, of course, had a very well vested interest in electric cars not working, so that design never made it through. Well, Tesla came along and broke the mold. And if y'all remember Elon Musk back in the day talking about Tesla when he bought Tesla, because remember, he didn't invent Tesla now. Remember this. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that was venture capital. He came in like somebody else's thing, and he, basically bought it. Like he's majority. So there's a whole nother thing behind that. But nonetheless, it was a good thing. It was a really good thing because we were needing it. They came along with the first real, not only viable design, but something that had a good battery, could be charged up much quicker than other cars were charging at the time. Y'all remember that? And then also it looked good. I mean, Tesla's just that S, boy, that thing just looks good. Like it's just a good car. That bad, like 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds or something like that with an electric engine. It had the longest range. You can go like 360 something miles on it. So it was viable. But here's the thing. America didn't have an appetite for an electric vehicle. So they started doing through government programs, which we'll call welfare. We'll just call it that. Anything that the government gives out money, we call it welfare. If you bought an electric car, you got a massive tax credit. So the success of Tesla was actually based on government assistance, y'all. This is real. This is real stuff. It was based on government assistance, the very government assistance they want to pull stuff back with, and now they want to take things back to stuff like coal. Now that is weird, right? Like, I mean, I get it. We still got technologies that use that stuff, but they want to employ more people in the coal fields. Like, and we got the technology. And Elon has always been about this forward-thinking technology, so it's kind of crazy to see how he's supporting stuff that is kind of
This is the
anti his
thing.
own interest, you know?
But what does he know that we don't know that's going on behind the scenes? This is something too that's interesting. Overall, 35% of Americans.
Nice. Somebody that works in
No,
the factory.
no. Let me
Shout
take
out
that
Jeremiah.
back. People said, "Oh, cool." People said 49% is calling what Trump is doing a bad thing of Americans. 49%. He has
Whose poll?
49%. Huh?
I said, which poll is that one?
Fox and CNN's polls together.
Interesting.
That he's at 49% calling his bad job and 37% saying he's doing okay.
Yeah, this is the first time
14%
he's
say,
starting to. Yeah.
yeah, people, and this is the funny part, this is among white Americans, Hispanic Americans, and the Hispanic community. You know what? Not all of you, but those of you that wanted him, you got it. You got what you asked for. Because the thing was, he did not. This is the one thing I'll tell you. He told you all, especially from the beginning, what he was going to do. He never said a secret thing. I'm going to have mass deportation of Hispanic people. He told you that up front. And some of y'all said, "Oh, we're gonna vote him in. He's not gonna really do that." Now you go online and they got videos of them at rallies crying, saying, he's sending us out of here. We voted for you. Fool, he told you from the beginning what he was gonna do. You gotta give him his credit for that. He didn't lie. He said, "I'm gonna get y'all out of here." And they still voted for him. Now the farmers are sitting back and the gun holders, everybody's sitting back. This man said, "I'm gonna drop groceries." Then the guy this dude get on TV and say, "Man, I can't do that. That's hard." It's like, that's your answer.
Yeah, because the reality is that, and this is what ended up happening, you know what I'm saying? The role of the president doesn't really give a whole lot of space for having an impact on groceries. Now, you factor in things like maybe tariffs or maybe stuff like how, Robert F. Kennedy, for instance, how he fits into those situations around things like vaccines and how that affects workforces, or you consider the Department of Agriculture and all that kind of stuff, and how, now we don't want to deal with stuff for the bird flu. I mean, just all this kind of stuff, right? And so those things cause, inflation, or, there may be things like that. But at the end of the day, prices do what they do for just external factors, and the markets just do what the markets do, and presidents do what they can from a legal standpoint to be able to do something. But to say that we're going to bring the price of grocery down, I mean, presidents say, when they run and they say stuff like that, they get in office, and of course they can't. So then it looks like they couldn't keep a campaign promise, but it's like, well, you promise on a lie, you can't keep up with a lie. And people don't really think about that. They just, they're just upset with where it went with the last guy. So, so what's going to end up happening, they'll vote Donald Trump out in the next election. Well, he can't run anyways, but,
he can't
we'll
run
see how
no
that
more.
goes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes if he needs to run, if he just walks in again. We'll see how that goes in 4 years. But they'll probably put a Democrat in office all over again, because these 4 years, people will say, "Oh, this is bad." Then that Democrat, they'll be like, "Oh, this is bad." So they'll put another Republican. We call it the ebb and the flow. It's just the conservative liberal swing. The problem that's happening now is that swing that's typical. It happens with every government. You go through waves of conservatism and waves of progression, progressiveness, if we can use that as a word. Like when you go through, you go through those waves, you go through those swings. What's happening now is the swings are doing this on the right side, right? They're doing this. They're going further and tipping further. We went through a phase where the left was tipping further and further, and there are a lot of things that are tipping further even on the left, but the right done did straight up this. So it's tipping like this now. And so you're going to see people that come in even more from the left, so it's going to keep tipping until eventually the thing topples over. Kings and kingdoms, they all pass away. And so I have no real hope that within the next 100 years, America's still a superpower. I think it's the case to be made that in 100 years, America just be another country, just another large country, but not necessarily a superpower.
No, it's going to be like any other country.
Yeah, just another country, a large country, but superpower. Maybe, I don't know. But technology is taking off in other places. So,
but you know something about our country too? It's the only country broken up in states.
Like in official states, where every state is basically its own state. Like that's what we call it, a state. Like it's actually its own States are technically their own countries, if you will. We're in a federal system, but that's why a state can have this state can have that law and that state can have another. They all have their own constitutions. Every state has their own constitution, and you have to be allowed into this federal system.
Interesting. I did see this. The governor of Chicago, they're trying to get him to run for president.
Oh, this is interesting right here. Who they're trying to get to run for president?
Pritzker.
Oh, yeah. I think he said he doesn't want to do it, though. I remember seeing something with him where he said he doesn't want to do it.
It'll be interesting. I don't think he would be bad. But I don't
think it'd be bad. I don't think it'd be great either, though. But I don't know. He's a nice guy, though. I will say this. I've met him a couple times. He's nice. I don't know him. He would never remember that he met me. But the times I met him, he actually was very nice. He just, how some people just are nice because politicians
that's just who they are,
and artists and Hollywood, they be nice to you because that's just what hey, good to meet you. And it wasn't kind of like that. It was kind of like he was just like a dude. He was just like nice, it was that kind of a thing. So whether you agree with people's politics or not, they can be nice. They can just be nice people.
They can be nice.
Like I don't think I like George W. Bush, but I would hang out with George W. Bush any day. He seems like a cool person to hang out with. Like
he's funny to me.
We don't agree politically, but he's probably fun.
Just like
call
Trump.
this man Governor Buttons.
I don't agree with everything that Trump says, but some stuff dudes say is hilarious. Let's be honest. Some stuff Trump says is funny. I'll be cracking up at it. Is Richard here? I just know
he is. Yep, he's here. I'm gonna get him on here right now. We got to bring him on, right? Yeah, name a superpower that's lasted more than 250 years. I would say Rome was the last one.
Rome was the last one.
Rome was the last one I can think of that lasted more than 250 years. And so what was that? 2,000 years ago?
2,000 years ago.
Rome fell off in it even split in like the 3rd century or something like that. That's how we get to like Constantine and all that stuff like that. And this was, we're talking 3rd and 4th century CE.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day.
So Rome lasted about a good 500 or something like 800 years. I forget. Don't get me lying. But I know it was more than 250, but that was that long ago. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we woke up one day and you had Chinese military tanks in the streets out here. Man. This country is crazy, man. It's just where we are and who we have. And I said, man, you're breaking relationships with the U.S. allies.
Yeah.
You're breaking relationships.
Yeah. Y'all, it's time to just realize what's going on. Wherever you land on, whatever side of the aisle you land on, at least know what's going on. At least don't come in with random facts and stuff like that don't even line up, that people can disprove, regardless of what side you on. You got people, Donald Trump did such and such, and ain't nobody ever said that. You got that from some guy on YouTube. Or, Donald Trump, and they're good for saying stuff. Yeah, or the Democrats are this, they're all lizard people and stuff. You got that from some guy on YouTube. Shut up. Say real stuff. At least be able to back up what you're standing on and be able to back it up on facts. That's what democracy is. But what democracy is not is a bunch of random nonsense. Let's get Rich Holmes on the stage, Doc. What do you think about that, E? Let's get him on here, huh? Is James Brown coming out for this one? Who's going to introduce Rich? Is it going to be James Brown or is it going to be Eddie Kane Jr.? Who you got? Who you got to bring Rich out? Let's see.
It's funny though that you said who's going to introduce him. Honestly, here they go. They're coming up now.
All right, here we go. We're going to see. Rich, we're going to bring you on. Whoever, we got to bring you on right. Let's see. We got to bring you on right.
Here comes Rich. Here it comes.
Depending on who comes, I'm going, let's see.
It's coming up Rich right now. It's low.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Right, here it is, Rich.
Oh, Lord. They're taking a minute. Look who made an appearance today, everybody. Y'all give it up for the king of pop, Michael Jackson. White Mike is with us. Rich, we're going to bring you on stepping. Doc. Oh, y'all give it up. Because Rich Holmes is in the house and White Mike has brought him on. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. All right. Hey, stepping moment. Hey. It's a vibe. Hey. There it is. Roman Empire lasted 500 years. Thank you for that correction. I knew it was somewhere in there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Every superpower, that's a good point, has imploded instead of being overtaken. That is also pretty much true. They usually implode. Broken Vessel Music. Yup. What's up? We saying some hellos. What's up, Miss Ursula? It's a vibe. Y'all give it up for Rich Holmes. He's with us. What's up, Rich Holmes?
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Zeke live in the morning.
What's up, Doc?
What's happening, sir?
Dr. Richard Holmes.
Yes, indeed. Y'all
Yes.
Good morning so far?
We are. We've had some good conversation. We talked a lot about the stresses and things that people got going on. A lot of people got a lot of stress and health issues, Doc. I'm telling you, people got a lot on them, and they are showing up every day. We found out that people got health scares and near-death experiences that they've had.
Yeah.
Even my sister-in-law was on here today. My sister was on here. So she had to get out of here. We saying bye-bye, Fooey. That's Stix's sister. She is on her way out of here. Shout out to my cousin. He's over on where we at? He's over on Instagram. I couldn't think of the name of the place. He's over on Instagram. Yeah, there he is. Let's see here. He's got some stuff. He's a Trump supporter, so we're gonna make sure that so yeah, he's a Trump supporter. There we go. We've got Trump supporters. That's my cousin JC. He's fighting the good fight for Donald Trump. So there you go. So there we go. Yay, hello to you. Hello. Y'all say hello to all the new people that's here. Say what's up to...
What's going on?
Oh, my God. Look at that. It's Samuel L. Jackson from... what was that movie?
No, that's...
His daughter was attacked.
What movie is that?
I can't remember. It's when his daughter was attacked.
I can't think of the name of the movie. It's... Y'all say the movie that Samuel L. Jackson was there from. We did... My uncle said we found out that Eric wants some Tyler Perry wigs. We found that out. We found it.
Real. He might get them.
Yeah. We found that out. I wish I could share the comments from IG. We can't do that though. Let's see. JB is smart. My cousin says JB is smart. I think he worked with Elon on PayPal. I've never heard that one before, but I'd love to look at that. Nope, nobody called your house, nigga. Never said that. I just said you supported Trump. There we go. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. Black Snake Moan or A Time to Kill? Yes, it was. I feel like it was Black Snake Moan.
Yeah,
I felt like
it was A Time to Kill.
Was it A Time to Kill?
Nah.
A Time to Kill, yeah, because they had A Time to Kill was the movie when his daughter was raped by them white guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he didn't look like that.
That's when he was on the porch.
Who is that? Who's this guy? I can't.
He chained the white girl outside.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Black Snake Moan. I thought that was.
Yeah, when he's in the white beater. Now, is it a white beater or a wife beater? Which one is it?
Wife beater.
Wife.
WIF.
Crack your wife in the eye.
That is. I know it's derogatory towards people who grew up in trailers. That's and country people. That is derogatory towards us country people. That's what that is. That's people laughing at us.
Answer your question, Zeke. Man. Answer your question. That's Tyler Perry with a wig.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, I can't even see it. I gotta enlarge it. Hold on, let me see. I can't.
With a wig. I got bigger pictures of it.
Oh my! Is that really? Oh my God!
It's a wig.
I'm gonna tell y'all what though. We were talking about Tyler Perry. We gave him a lot of slack. A lot of people gave him a lot of a lot of stuff. But Tyler Perry's new stuff on Netflix, the newer stuff like Beauty and the Black. It ain't your Tyler Perry that you grew up in the 2000s with, where we just fishing for Jesus. That I'm telling you that right now, it is not that Tyler Perry. They are not gonna end up at the church scene where everybody gets saved and go to heaven. They are drinking, smoking, boning, and like I mean, they are doing all the things over on the Tyler Perry side on the show Beauty and the Black. But I can't lie, it's a good show. It's a good show. I can't even lie.
Yeah, Beauty and the Black is good. We enjoyed it.
Good storyline. It's pretty. It caught me. And I don't usually watch like shows like that. So but good storyline.
I'm still able to kind of pick out what's happening, so I haven't been surprised yet. So my wife hates.
Yeah, it's kind of like I know what's gonna happen here. Yeah.
Be like, why you do?
Yeah, you can read the storyline a little bit. Yeah. I just love that it's shot so well, though. I love that it's shot really well. Like it's shot well. It's directed a lot better. I don't feel like there's a lot of that dead space that be falling a lot of times. Sometimes how the scene just be going on sometimes. And I don't want to be talking about folks, but how the scene will go on for like 30 seconds longer than it should have. Like the person walked out the door and then like the other person walks around. Well, I guess I'll go and cook some eggs now. And I'm just like, we didn't need none of that personal dialogue about nothing. Like,
I think
move the story along.
Stretch it out just to, for time.
He said move the story along.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. That whole stretching out. Yeah.
He said move the story along. That's hilarious.
Keep it moving, people.
It's
since we kind of get more into film and how things are shot, our eye is really, catching all of those things.
Yeah.
And man, that's it's good to critique that we have someone as great as Tyler Perry has been, that we can look from where he started from.
That part right there.
Where he is now.
Absolutely.
And we still can depict some issues where he's still being economically smart with what he's using the funds for. And so that's one thing I do big him up for, using those budgets to really pay the actors and actresses more versus getting more of the necessary equipment on wigs or all those other things that he might can spend it on. So that's one thing I do big up.
Yeah. And me, I'm more that visual person. I want to see every piece looking like, I want to see it looking good. Like, I want the visual experience. I want to woo me, wow me, like I think that's what people fall in love with things like Marvel, for instance, especially when it's in 4K and all. I mean, it's the whole visual experience, that's the whole thing of the movie. So I love things that are shot beautifully. That's a lot of times that's really what we not liking on Tubi. Like it's not sometimes even the acting or it's just bad camera work and bad angles. Sometimes, yes, bad acting, but all of that. Yo, my guy Norman Gaskin, I just saw him tune in over on the Instagram side. I hate that y'all can't see the Instagram stuff and the Instagram stuff can't see y'all.
I'm over there looking at it now.
There. Yeah, humble one for you. That is Norman Gaskin, Kankakey's, one of Kankakey's own, Detroit's own.
And we got
now Arizona.
And we got in the comments down here. We have Octavia Latrice. She's from Atlanta, an amazing singer, sings with Fred, Pastor Mike. She kills. She's out there in Atlanta.
Yeah. She wants y'all to know Tubi actually has some okay movies. She did not say they have some great movies. She didn't even say they had some good movies. She said they had some okay movies.
I agree. With Tubi, thumbs up to you, Tubi. We appreciate you, man.
Tubi gives
opportunities.
Yeah, it gives opportunities. So it's really on you. It ain't Tubi's fault if the movies are bad. I'm letting y'all know that right now. It ain't Tubi's fault. They're just a platform. Yeah. But they have definitely given the opportunity for filmmakers and other people like that to at least just try something out, And that's what I love to see, that, there's a lot of black movies on there because a lot of black folks just trying stuff out. May not be shot the best, may not have the best actors, but they tried it, they did it, and that's more than a lot of us can say. I'm alongside that. Like, there's a lot of ideas I had that I never followed through with. I just sat back on the couch and critiqued somebody else's. So, I'll be the first to admit that.
Now, I like to laugh at Tubi too every once in a while when you see something that's laughable. Just like with anything, Zeke got up on a Sunday and thought it was Monday. That was laughable. You know what I mean? To do the whole show, I laughed. It was funny to me. And
that was my God. Like I'm still like in disbelief that I did that. I'm still in disbelief that I woke up on Sunday. So for those of y'all that don't know, maybe you're new to the whole Lockstar family. Lockstar, my name is Zeke Locke. For those of y'all that don't know, that's why you're Lockstars, because you're locked in with Zeke Live in the morning. We are a great way to start your day, as you can clearly see. So, and you can tell everybody what I say. Now, here we are. I got up Sunday morning. We're on live on weekdays. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 10 a.m. I woke up Sunday morning at like 8:05 or something like that. It was like 8:05, 8:07. And I was like, oh my God, I came in here, turned the stuff on, got it going, and I'm just like, oh my God, y'all, I can't believe like this done happened. I done overslept. I done did all of this. I'm just going through with the thing. And then my wife opened the door and she said something, but I didn't hear her. I just thought she was saying good morning or something, you know. And so I just kept talking. I'm like, and I'm saying, let's get into some stuff from the weekend. And as I was saying it, I was thinking to myself, I don't remember what happened at church yesterday. Like, mind you, I think it's Monday. So I'm like, I don't remember what happened at church. So I'm trying to go through my text to just see if I can see, like, from the YouTube, like, just to jog my memory. Because mind you, I just woke up. I rolled out of bed, turned this on. And then I see a text from my wife. She's like, babe, I'm confused. I thought today was Sunday. Like,
Wow.
That's what I said, y'all. I was like, y'all, oh my God, it is Sunday. Like, yeah.
Yeah, the way you're talking to me, it could be back related.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I really
Y'all hear Eric. Michael Scott is over here and he's got, you know, some stuff. Michael Scott is in the hospital, y'all. Well, not the real Michael Scott, but Eric Rideout. He's in the he's in the hospital. Yeah, we're waiting on him to get out. Yeah, we're gonna mute him real quick and let that.
Yeah, send us a text. Let us know you're ready to come back.
Yeah, just let us know when you're ready to come back, E. Yeah, man.
That is serious, man.
Oh, Rich, here's something that's alongside your world. Look at this. Look at that comment. It's March Madness, St. John to the Final Four.
Okay.
This is your world. You're in the basketball world. That's your life.
That's a good idea. I think they have a shot. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I'm mad. I want to see if Cooper Flag gonna be ready to play. You know, projected #1 draft pick. That means a lot for my Washington Wizards. Hallelujah. So we'll see. You know,
means a lot for who?
The what?
Yo, who? You said who's Washington Wizards?
No, not my Washington Wizards. You're right. Just the Washington.
Well, I mean, you kind of yours when you think about it. I mean, it's kind of yours when you think about it. Like, hey.
Oh yeah, man. We'll see what Cooper Flag if he gonna play. But St. John, right on.
Whenever I think of St. John's, the only thing I can think of is I am very happy to be here. That was coming to America, you know, there's at the St. John's game. There was at the St. John's game. He said, I am very happy to be here.
Right. Yeah, he had a lot going on at that time. Yeah. He had to walk some things off. It was like going on.
I don't know if Eric is done yet. There you go. I want to make sure I have him unmuted when he's ready. Yeah, who y'all cheering? Are y'all basketball fans? Are y'all cheering for basketball out there? Rich, I know you. You know, I know you are huge basketball and you have to go in and out of games and all that stuff and you have to scout and you have to do all kind of stuff in the basketball world. You know, what's that like? Yeah.
Shout out one of my homies, Jelani McGregor, man. Shout out to him. He plays at Moraine Valley.
Woo. Shout out.
He scored 40 points in the regional games and just balled out. Did a great job. He didn't have no looks for D1 or anything like that. Had a great game. And he got over 20-something D1 offers now. So we are so excited for him and his family, Ron McGregor. I don't know if they're listening, but they said they might tune in. But yeah, just want to let them know from Moraine Valley. Say, that's Moraine Valley's right in our backyard here in Chicago.
Nice. Yeah, these junior programs, I don't think a lot of people realize how they can really develop players that do ultimately find themselves in the league sometimes. Like,
it is. It's a pathway. A lot of people don't understand. Just getting to the league is just like any other business, man. And that's why I really enjoyed it. Once I broke it down with that, then I can kind of dissect it. It's not as big as it needs to be. I can dissect it to be smaller. But that's a great path now. Junior college and possibly the D1 to get into overseas to possibly get into the league. So there's different pathways to take. And so you don't have to just take one lane. Like I love what Ari said, I'm getting the same message. I just got to take a different tunnel. So we're trying to get to the same goal. So sure. And I think people don't realize because that's an avenue that they could actually make use of that. So like, if you got a basketball skill and you got dreams of going to the league and you ain't got no D1 offers or nothing like that, well, the first thing somebody who's not in the know or who's not thinking, the first thing they're gonna tell you is, man, you might as well just give that up and go ahead and get that. And I'm not saying some people maybe that's on you to figure out, but at least give it a try. Like at least get your foot in the door, maybe at a junior college. You gotta play. You can't do nothing if you ain't playing. So this junior college gonna give you 35 minutes to play. Go out there and play. And some other place gonna give you 5. Don't go to 5. They want to take these 30 minutes and 35 minutes and show what you can do.
and really develop yourself and all that kind of stuff. You know, every opportunity matters, and that's in anything. Obviously, we know that. You know, like
You being
every
diligent
opportunity
in your
matters.
craft. Make sure you're diligent in it as well.
Yeah.
You
You
stick
know,
it out.
for those who sing and preach and are on stage and stuff like that, don't matter if it's 12 people in the room or 1,200. At the end of the day, like, you don't know who's sitting in that room. Because I've been in rooms, and Doc, you know this, like, I can bring this on the music side for that same principle. I've been in rooms where there were maybe 20 people in the room, but 4 of those people were people that you absolutely could change. They could absolutely change your life. Like, and if you give it your all based on your standard of what giving it your all is, the people who could change your life, oh man, like,
I love that.
Yeah, you know, like they give it. But I've been in rooms with 2,500 people, and they were just all fans, or, you know, they're not changing your life. They just supporting your music or love your music. But you're in the right room, you might sign that record contract or get that other opportunity that puts you in front of 12 or 2,500. You know what I mean? And you was in a small room, so you always give it your all. If it's 2 people or 200 people, you just give it your all, and that's
true.
That's real talk, y'all. I'm a living witness of that, you know.
Yeah, and also live to your standard, like you said. I like how you said
we got you, E.
Standard. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back. No, I didn't want anything at all. That was rude. I was just saying hello, but I didn't know I muted it. So I was speaking to somebody walking by my room.
No, we had muted you because you were speaking to somebody who'll walk back short.
Yeah, and I like learning how to read the room. That's something I really appreciate with Eric, man. Knowing how to read the room, and Zeke and you too, when you get in those spaces and you get into those opportunities, because sometimes you can overtalk yourself out of opportunities and out of those spaces. So how's something that you kind of look at, E, just how do you know how to read the room and when it is time to approach? Or do you just always get the mindset, I'm going to talk when it's time to talk, period?
Yeah, how do I know to read the room?
Yeah, like how do you read rooms? Because a lot of people struggle.
Honestly, man, I'll be honest with you.
Right.
I was taught that by the best teacher, which was Fred.
Yeah.
Taught me how to read the room. Fred would tell you on the staff. Now, this is something I'll say it to, well, we get in the staff meetings. Yo, that's what he said. Yo, meeting with such and such. Keep your mouth closed and go in the room. Sit there and smile. Boom. And we do it. We go in there, and I've been in the rooms with some very important people. And you learn to keep your mouth closed. Now, if they strike up a conversation with you, even in that, that's not your time to sell yourself. You know, if they say, "Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine." Say, "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm Mr. Hammond's role manager, Mr. Hammond's assistant." "Oh, okay." I'm done with the conversation because this meeting is between Fred and them.
Yeah.
And now, if a relationship builds outside of him, then that's one thing. But you got to read the room, man. Every situation, you got to read the room. Just like it's no different than being at church. You know, if you up and you ministering in the pulpit, you know if the people getting what you're saying, if they're not engaged in what you're saying. But then you know what type of crowd you have. Zeke, you know that. We would go to places and you have to go look at the crowd. Okay, I can't do this music. Let's switch it to do this song.
Yeah.
Or you can just want to be stubborn or just be funny and say, we're going to do something all the way left anyway, like healing. What was that? Let your healing virtue flow at that thing.
Well, that was, and that was a decision. That was a straight up choice. But that goes back to what we're saying. If you know, somebody in the room can change your life, because the crowd set on us with that performance. We're talking about a specific performance that happened way back in the day when I directed that choir. I directed LXW, and during it, we went to a Hezekiah Walker concert thing, Mount Pisgah. I remember that day. We went there. We went in big numbers, and everybody was doing the Chicago choir thing. I mean, they was giving it. And then I was like, something was in me, and Eric, you'll vouch for this. Something was in me that said, do healing virtue. Something is a song that's on LXW's album. Let your healing virtue flow. And it's got like it wasn't the Chicago choir we sing kind of a thing. And something was just like, do that song. And I mean, I vacillated back and forth because we had some stuff that we could have, really worked the crowd with. And I could have did it.
Funky music. And
man.
Just humping. And everybody you have to do great God. That's the whole crowd was like, do great God and all that.
And some told me do that other song. Some was just like, do that song.
Wow.
And I went with it. Right up to the last minute, I even told people, I was like, look, we gonna do this song. They probably gonna sit down on us. I was saying this before. I was like, they probably gonna sit down on us. And so I was
And
vacillating
dance,
back and forth. Yeah, that turned into that was a whole thing, man. I'll go down this rabbit trail. Yeah, I'll go down this rabbit trail. So we ended up doing the song just like, like I said I wanted to. But the crazy thing that ended up happening from doing that song is that we ended up doing Universe Soul Circus like a month later. From Universe Soul Circus, there were like some people there that saw us, and we ended up doing like another show with the American Heart Association that put us on the stage with Erica Campbell. And then from there, that led to something like this whole line of stuff happened because we were the one that stood out in the performance. Like I can remember looking out in the audience. I saw my friend Zoriante from Kankakee. Shout out to Zori Brown. I remember seeing him standing up supporting.
He was there.
I remember seeing a couple other people who were rocking with us, like some folks who had come. I remember seeing that. I remember looking out and seeing a friend of mine, I won't say who looked like they was like about to disown me because I shouted them out. And because I wasn't like hitting the crowd, they was looking like, I don't know this nigga. But from there, so many opportunities. Wow. And when I say so many opportunities, it just became like this snowball effect. All because I stood on that. So I didn't have a crowd in that moment. But, but that was a decision. That was a decision.
But yeah,
it was a decision to stand against reading, Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to read the room. Octavia, I'm glad you said that. Octavia, because you've been with me, Octavia, when we're down there with Fred and doing
where they need it most.
People did not know how to take that song. Reading the room is so important too, because if you think you're reading the room, and there's somebody, I'm not gonna say their name, Zeke, I know you know this person, Richmond.
Sure I do.
This person couldn't read the room. End up being fired off the tour because you're not reading the room. And the thing is, when you're backstage and you're working the show, like when I'm somewhere in Octavia, like when you guys are there, they know when I come in the room, and if I say, hey, we're going to the room to meet with the boss, they know to go in there and play their position. They don't, he's like, we gonna do this. They don't say, why are we doing this song? Why are we do? Can we do? Ain't none of that. You quiet. You fall under submission of who's in charge at that time. But a person who can't read the room will be coming there loud, talking loud, laughing, talking on their phone, asking questions, eating out the food on the thing. It's like, and then we all know people that don't know how to read the room. Even dating. You out with your guy and you trying to talk to some girls that's over in the corner. Y'all married now. This is before y'all was married. And trying to be flirty. And you got that one guy who can't read the room, who's loud and saying goofy stuff. And the best thing, and I know Rich, you've seen it for sure, Zeke, is Key and Peele when they the slaves on that plantation. and the women are walking by. You've seen that?
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he said, hey, you look such and others say, man, look at that. It's like, bro, read the room. This is not the place for that. But not reading the room will get you put out the room.
No, really.
Not reading the room right will get you put out the room, bro.
And that was one
you
of
going there
or
trying to talk business and you're really dumb. Ain't nothing worse than a smart dumb nigga. Person is the worst. And those people that get in the room and they don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to use terminology, words, jump in the conversation. I literally was talking to somebody about a record deal, paperwork, and the guy, and I called him out on it. We talking, there's three of us talking. And I'm like, well, man, they signed a they signed a 360. I'm like, I ain't finished the words you talking. And then I'm like, well, how many options do they have? Oh, yeah. They definitely need to have options. So it hit me. He don't know what you're talking about. So I stopped. We were talking to a singer. I said, yeah, man, tell them what the options are in the contract. Tell them how that go. Dude was like, oh, man, no, you got the floor you was talking. I said, no, you go ahead, bro. I'm going to take this call and explain to them about options. Sometimes you got to call people out. But then, in the same time, you got to know how to read a room. Now, this is the catch-22. At the same time, you need to know how to read the room. That's a good point, Octavia. The same time, you have to know how to read the room and when to talk.
Well,
so you got to be sensitive to the room. You know what I mean? You got to know in the room when to talk. Like Zeke did. Zeke, example. Down in
down in my heart.
This is the time when Zeke talked.
Down
and he didn't. Zeke read the room, but at the same time he didn't read the room. But it wasn't bad. It didn't.
What was that?
What?
What happened?
Remind. When I took Zeke to Milwaukee to meet Fred, right?
Oh God, no, that was just
I took
nerves.
Zeke in the room, right?
No, that was nerves.
I said, yeah, this was funny. I said, Fred, this is
Be
Zeke.
ready.
And then I just left
No.
out. So
Eric left me hanging. That was not me not reading the room. Okay, Eric, you go ahead and finish the story. Go ahead.
no, this is what I'm gonna say about reading the room.
Listen to this, y'all.
Zeke's nerves took over, and so first thing Zeke thinking to say, "Y'all want some water? Y'all need anything?" His nerves.
No, can I get y'all anything?
Yeah, can I get you anything? And his nerves took over. That wasn't Zeke not reading the room, but see, this goes into reading the room, but to part of your nerves. You can't let your nerves get the best of you in a room. But at the same time, I've seen Zeke be in a room with us and working. And for example, something Zeke did reading the room, and he maybe wasn't even trying to read the room, but he read it unintentionally, is at the warehouse. Zeke in the back just playing the keyboard, minding his business. Then Fred hear him, he come jumping on his bass. Now he jamming with him.
Oh yeah, that was a fun moment.
That was a moment.
I love that moment. That's when Fred first unboxed his signature bass. That was when they sent that first one. Bass mods. Yeah. Fred Hammond has a signature bass with bass mods. And so the first one that they sent him. So the first time he got it, he pulled it out and he was testing it out. I was on the keyboard. Frank Bruno was on the me and Frank was over by like on the keys playing like some Fred songs because we were just going back and forth. I was like, I wish we was doing. Remember that song from Pages of Life? He's in control of my life. He's got, yeah. So we was playing that, we were just going back in some chords, and Fred pulled that bass out. I promise y'all, he smacked that thing. Bow! It just rolled through your chest. I was just like, whoa! And he was like, no, keep going. So I was just playing through the pass on the chords, and he's on the bass, and it was just me on keys, him on bass. Wow. And it was just a moment. I wish I had a camera out for that moment because it was a good moment.
See, this was a moment with Zeke doing action. Now here's somebody who had a moment and didn't say a word. It's Jason. Jason went down with us down there. And Jason didn't say a word. Jason sat in the room while they was mixing, working on music. Jason didn't say a word. And Jason didn't say nothing. A couple days later, I get a call from Fred like, yo, that guy Jason, that was with Zeke. Is he able to do this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. I like the way he moved. He sat, he played his role. He did. So reading a room don't necessarily always mean talking. Sometimes it's shutting up. Sometimes just being in the room. But if you're in the room, God got you in the room. When you get in the room, take advantage of the room at the same time. Now, how do you take advantage of a room being in the room? You be quiet. Play your position, man. You just play your position. It's a moment. What you're there to do. Sometimes we miss moments. Yeah. Michael Jackson said it best when they was doing that song. He said, hey, don't switch that soon on the song. Stay there. We're in the moment. We're in somewhere. You got to know, like Rich, when you're in there with the NBA people, you don't get in there telling the ball player how to dunk.
No.
And how to do this. You play your role. You do what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir, Elder.
Yeah, but then your brother trusts you to make decisions on certain things, just like Zeke.
Elder.
Just like me. Just like, it's like know who you are when you walk in that room and what you bring to the room. Yeah. But know how not to push all that you are when you're in that room too.
And that's why I believe
so much. You got to play second fiddle.
Yeah. It has to be ready before you even get in the room. You have to be prepared.
There you go.
Ready before you even get in the room, because God will put you in a position. But if you ain't ready, and then even man will help you get in position as well. But if you ain't ready to handle it, then what else we gonna do? You'll be back in the same position, same situation, same struggle, waiting for another opportunity again. And I don't want to miss no more moments. That's just where I'm at. When it's a moment, I need to take advantage of that moment and get out everything that belongs to me in that moment. You know what I mean?
Now, something you said about that, Rich, is the moment. People don't realize certain things are in season. Zeke, we talked about this Monday. In season, you don't build a snowman in the summer. You got to wait till the right season, right?
Yeah.
So just because those moments that come, man, you grab them. You grab them. Every moment that come, I'm a believer of this. Anytime I'm around somebody or in a situation I know that I shouldn't be here and God allowed me to be here, that's a moment. So now I look around the room and say, how can I make the most of this moment? At the moment, don't say nothing, be quiet. But who knows, later in the day, I may pass that same person in the hallway. And then that's the conversation. Oh, man, good meeting you today. Oh, yeah, good meeting you. Hey, man, and that's happened before. Oh, man, good meeting you too. Or, I know what you do for such. Hey, man, you got anybody that can help me with this? Yeah. Man, take my number down. Now we're in the moment where now my worth can be shown.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
let me
in
add
those
this
moments,
too.
bro. Go ahead.
Knowing, I think you said something also, but knowing when it's time to speak, though, when your moment comes too.
Right. Yeah.
There are moments where we can be so humble that we put
You
our
missed
like Lord, and you missed the moment with that too.
Yeah.
I think that's a great balance of knowing that, and that's why you got to be in tune with yourself and also God. To know when it's time to speak, I'm gonna let my moment shine. I ain't gonna overspeak. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, but I'm gonna be confident in what I'm saying. I'm gonna be bold with what I'm saying. I'm gonna be strong with what I'm saying, no matter who in the room. And I'm gonna let my light shine after I get done with that. You know what I
But
mean?
you know what, too? You said Rich, too?
Because in the rooms, be some people in the room. So that's why you got to make sure you're confident in what you're doing and your ability to impact.
Yeah.
And not to oversell.
Yeah.
In the words of
Come
Fred,
on.
overcompensate. And
Yeah.
a prime example, we had this girl, we was interviewing her to work with Fred. Me and Fred was in the back talking. He was like, hey, do you type? She said, yeah, I can type. He said, how many words a minute? Instead of just saying I can do 45, I can do 45, but it depends on the keyboard I'm on. I said I can do 50. You know what? Really, man, if I didn't have my cover, then I can do up to 60. He's like, you're overcompensating. I just asked you, how many minutes can you type? Overcompensation will cause you to lose an opportunity, and you can be the most skilled. Just
It'll
like we
cause you to
are
overpromise. Yeah, it'll cause you to overpromise and then you
underdeliver.
underdeliver. Yeah.
And Zeke, you worked at HR. We know this from the HR. Rich, I know you know this.
Yeah.
Sometimes your resume can be so good you still don't get the job because you're overqualified for the job.
Yeah.
Or your worth sometimes is more than what they're willing to give you for that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just got to figure out what works, man. What works for you. You got to know how to play my position. Example, Takira. We know, you know Takira. You and Rich both know from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Takira wanted to be a background singer. So Takira sang with you, Zeke, before. She sang with Fred before. Opportunity came up when she met Adia, who's Pastor Mike's vocals. What happened? Adia, she said, Eric, I want to sing. I said, this is your chance. She went to her and said, you know what? I would like to audition for Pastor Mike. She said, man, do you know we happen to be looking for a singer? Sing something. Takira song. They're like, oh my God. She went from that. She was just on TV with him. She's on his new record. She's his permanent singer now. She just did Tamara Hall show with her. But the thing is, she took an opportunity. She knew her moment wasn't before we were with him.
Yeah.
But that moment circled back around. And when that but every time now, here's another thing too, Rich, as you know, as Zeke know, that moment don't always circle back around.
Yeah.
You got to be sensitive with this thing, man. You got to be sensitive and know.
Yeah, you miss some moments. I know I've missed some moments, all because and fear could be a thing. Sometimes it's because you're going through your own, like we talked about today, mental health crisis. Sometimes it's because you're working 80 hours a week and an opportunity comes along and your job said no, and you can't afford not to pay the bills, so you got to make that choice. I mean, things will get in the way. I do want to acknowledge some Instagram stuff real quick because, as we know, we can't pull Instagram over here, and Instagram can't see us. They can't see the party. Instagram. But we never want to ignore our Instagram people. I want to shout out True Hood. Y'all know we got sponsors. I told y'all we got sponsors. True Hood Photography. He has to send me a joint, a clip. We're going to make sure to have that for you. But y'all saw the pictures and things that I use. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull one up. Y'all see the picture. Y'all see that right there? The True Hood Photography took that, so shout out to them. I told y'all we're going to announce another sponsor for the month of April, but we're going to announce them a little early. We're going to definitely announce that as well. You try to show them. Oh, dang, I got the wrong side too. There you go. This picture right here. This is my camera is like backwards, so I'll be pointing to the camera. Yeah, the camera's on mirror. Yeah, it's on mirror mode, so that you can. That's how we can see a Nike hat the right way. Yeah. Like it says Nike. No, otherwise, it'd be.
No, your hat is right, Rick.
Yeah, your hat is on correct. Yeah. Like otherwise, it would show.
You know, right now. If you're pointing at Zeke, Rich, you should point.
Yeah, Isn't that crazy?
That's right.
Yeah, but True Hood Photography, y'all want to make sure to check them out. They will get your photography needs. He wants us to know that he is watching. He said he is over on the Instagram side watching us today. He said, facts, sometimes you think you got it and failed in the time of the show. But what we do is live and learn. So I want to make sure that. And then I want to acknowledge something here from JC on Keys, who was over there. We say he was a Trump supporter, and he's not ashamed of that. But he's on the Instagram side. Y'all can't see it. But he said his house nigga comment. I want to make sure just to get this because he offered an apology. And this is what we do with the Lock Stars. We are a family and we listen. We don't judge. We pray for each other. We talk about each other and we acknowledge if we think that we were wrong about something. So he's one to make an acknowledgement here. Y'all didn't see the comment. I just kind of referenced it where he said, so I'm a house nigga now, but he wants you to know, please forgive me. He said he's been called that by people before. Eric, is because you put up the Samuel L. Jackson thing and we have been talking about the movie. We have been talking about the movie Django. So he thought it was in reference to that. But we want y'all to know that Eric Rideout is not calling nobody that. He, as you can clearly see, he has
called him one.
Right. We just new folks are learning that you have a lot of celebrity stars that come out to visit. Samuel L. Jackson came. We've got Michael Scott. Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson actually introduced Richard Holmes today. Yeah, and
I've never had
that. Was no reference to my dude. With me, oh no, we weren't in front of you that because if I thought that about you, I would just tell you that.
Yeah, he would just say it.
I'm not that guy. Yeah, that you have to wonder what I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell you, you're definitely this. So no, my man, it wasn't.
But Samuel L. Jackson definitely made his appearance today, and James Brown was on for the most of the show today. James Brown was on. Yeah, but Michael Scott is here now, so Michael Scott was spitting knowledge today. Like Michael Scott.
And Octavia, we are glad we're helping you today. Thank you for that. We're helping.
Yeah,
you
missed a few moments because of fear. Boy, fear. That fear thing. If you can get over anything, I would say get over the fear. Because it just ain't worth it in the long run. It ain't worth it in the long run.
What fear are you talking about? Because there is fear of self and fear of opportunity.
All of that. I think fear of opportunity, I think, stems from fear of self because you won't be scared of an opportunity that you're well prepared for.
Confidence.
And so when you're well prepared, you have more confidence. When you have more confidence, you begin to get this, what some people who are not so confident will call arrogance. But it's not arrogance, it's preparation. The thin line between arrogance and confidence is the thin line. I want to make sure this is clear. The thin line between arrogance and confidence. If you were to ask Zeke Locke, the thin line between the two is simple preparation. Like it's just preparation. It's just whether or not you can back it up. Arrogance ain't necessarily backed up. Also, arrogance puffs itself up and says, I'm better than you because of my way. Like confidence is just simply, I'm secure in who I am. I ain't worried about who you are and what you do. Like, for me, I'm an artist, right? So for me, I know my music. Okay, I'll use myself as an example. I told y'all we was downstairs, me and my wife downstairs painting last night, getting our basement together because my parents are coming to town. And so we were painting and I was playing some songs, listening to stuff. And I'm just saying, no, I tell y'all, when Zeke Locke get back up, I'm getting up in my full confident self. These last couple years have been me down, me pulling away, me pulling back. But when I get back up, I told y'all, give me 18 months and I'm gonna figure and turn this ship around. And I'm getting up now with full confidence that what I got to offer is worth it. So we started playing a song. I said, okay, I need some songs, and maybe I'll play this for y'all. And Rich, Eric, y'all know my songs that's coming out on the project. But I said, I'll get that song Cling. We got a song called Cling. I said I can get this person, we'll do that, get that one out there, Free Bird. And then I said, and I think maybe a third one I need to have is the song Explore It. I'll let y'all hear it one day. It's a song called Explore It, and Rich and Eric know it. And my wife said, well, you're not scared that the people might not receive it well, like church people? And my response immediately was, F do I care what they think? Like, it's like, and like that kind of attitude, because the reality is that's the first thing us as artists start to think about. What if people don't receive it? What if people don't like it? What if it don't hit the right way? Who cares? I like it. And I started going down the list. I was like, does Pastor Bill like it? Like from my album, he's heard my project. From my album, that's his favorite song. Does his wife like it? Cool. Does Rich Holmes like it? Yeah. Does Eric Rideout like it? Yeah. Does this part, like I was going, does Jason like it? Did Jamaica like? I started going, yeah. Do you? That's what I asked. I said, do you like it? She said, yeah. So I'm going down the list with all these people who do like it. Why would I be? I said my tribe and my people, and I went down the list of like 20 people who have heard that song and they love that song. I was like, if I got that many people who like it, then I ain't worried about the few who gonna raise a whole bunch of hell because it don't sound like the church or because it don't sound like what they think. It's the song I made. I like it. It's something that came out of me. I wasn't fronting. I wasn't pandering. I wasn't trying to reach nobody. I was just doing what sounded and felt good to me. And as a result, I came up with something, and a bunch of people ended up liking it. So the people who don't like it, it's 2025. It's not like you paid $20 for my album. Like, you didn't pay $20 for my album and then get a wasted project. It's 2025. You're going to stream that joint. If you don't like it, scroll to the next song. It's simple as, there's 8,500 songs a day that come out. Just go find one of them if you don't like mine.
And to address them, whoever just shared her post, Octavia, her stems from fear. Octavia, I'm going to address you publicly real quick. And this is not a bad way because we only got a few minutes. Octavia, you are she is one of the best sopranos, Zeke, that you ever come across. She's strong, tone, quality. Octavia, your problem is, and Octavia, I'm not throwing in your face that you missed the opportunity to do something that I told you to do, but Octavia,
there you go. Telling what you.
Be confident in.
No question what he thinks.
Be confident who you are, because she wanted to sing with a certain artist. I ain't gonna say it. She actually worked with this certain artist who we mentioned earlier, not Fred, but somebody else, on stage on Sunday at the church, and I'm like, go ask him, can you sing with him? You go to church, you're at his church with him, and she was scared to go up to him.
Yeah.
And then
I get it.
Takira said, called me the same week and went up to him. So Octavia, you are an amazing singer. You're talented. You're a writer. She has a sweet personality.
Look at that.
Stop being scary. You don't need to be scared.
That's why
people need to be scared of.
Yeah, and that's why you lock in with Zeke Live in the morning, because we have these conversations and we hope to hit these kinds of things for people because, and like I said, I use myself as an example, y'all. I have missed opportunities. I've been scared to walk on the stuff. But one thing that I did, things that you may be scared of, like I'm naturally a very shy person. I know I don't give off that energy at all, but naturally I'm super shy. I really am. And I get anxiety when I have to go up and just talk to people, or cold call, or do anything like that. I get anxiety. So you know what I did? I called Rich Holmes and I said, I need HSH management to help me out, because I there's the things I want, but when it comes down to it, and people say name your price or this, that, and the other, I'd be like, oh, just give me what you got. I know you ain't got it. And then I walk around broke, can't do nothing else, can't move forward. So in areas where I was scared to talk, I found somebody to help me with that. Rich ain't scared. You gotta find somebody who ain't scared, who has your best interest at heart, and will tell the story of why I asked Richard to come on another day. We'll share that story of why I asked Richard to come on my management team in the first place. Besides the fact that he's my best friend in the world, besides that, I asked him to come on for a specific reason, and it was because of that, because of an experience I had. So you got to make sure it's somebody with your best interest before we do that. Jeremy be trying to make me into a pastor. He is trying, but but I'm gonna tell y'all that. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't push nobody. Don't push me. Just hold me accountable. That's there you go. Hold him accountable. Lord, do the work. Yeah. Y'all, we are at 10 o'clock. I got to get out of here. I told y'all, next week, I want y'all to make sure y'all tuning in. And I tell y'all what, I'll say all that stuff later, but I want to, of course, give deference to Richard and to Eric. Y'all keep Eric in prayer. We prayed for him at the top of the show. God is doing a healing work with him. And so he's in the hospital. He gave us a little bit of glimpse of him in that hospital bed. We called it E. We saw you. That's why he's been talking to nurses and stuff in and out of there. But he's still on Zeke Live. Look at this. Come on, Octavia. You're a lock star now. You a lock star. Lock stars unite. Yeah, lock star. I'm going to type it in the comments so y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all say it the right way. I don't want nobody spelling it the wrong way. Yeah, lock star. There you go. You are a newly inducted lock star. Yeah. Welcome. We just came up with that name yesterday. Rondo and the Rocks gave us that. So we got lock stars, and she got the rock stars. Listen, we are a network of folks, and we all want to encourage and make sure people are doing well. We don't want anybody feeling like they, can't make it or can't do. You got something inside of you. And to that effect, Eric, if you're around, I'm going to let you say some words real quick. Uh-oh. There you go. You got it?
Oh.
I feel the stillness.
Oh.
Go. The still small voice. You.
Don't take me too fast.
God. Oh.
What did I just wait? What in the world did I just miss?
I have no idea. We thought you was about to talk. We was waiting on you to say something.
Oh no!
We thought you was going to do your closing remarks, and your phone came off, and we just heard like a breath or something. We were just like, "Oh yes, God! Oh yeah!" The glory fell.
The end of the spirit. No, thank you guys for tuning in. Please put hearts on this. Please put a lot of hearts on this. Please share this. Even though we're going off the air now, share it. Tune in tomorrow. It's going to be even crazier. Our special guest tomorrow, I don't know if Zeke mentioned it, is book author Sheridan S. Davis.
Hey, I did not mention it. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
Sheridan will be here with us tomorrow. She's crazy. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks all of you that tuned in. As far as I'm done, thanks all the Locke'd stars for tuning in. Thank you guys.
Hey!
Yep, the doctor just came in and told me I'm about to go home, so I am excited. I will be on camera tomorrow. Y'all get to see this face again. But I'm
Eric,
good, man. Thank y'all.
Your mama said great show, Eric. She said great show, guys. See your mom. When mama loves it, then we good. Your mama. JP Rideout. Here we go. Here we go. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all give it up for Eric Rideout. We are definitely keeping him in prayer. They said yes, gone home. Yes. Rich Holmes, what you got to say to the people? What you got to say to the people?
Hey, people, like I often say, life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you. Choose life. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
You know you got to pray for the people, Doc.
Oh, well, I come to people with prayer that was prayed earlier. The Zeke did on today, but I speak healing to everyone that's going through. Lord God, give them comfort in this time. I speak peace in their minds, peace in their heart, peace in their situations, Lord. Let them understand, reveal to them the plan that you have for them to overcome any situation that they're going through and that they're faced on a daily basis. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Hey, y'all, it has been a phenomenal show on today. I want to thank you, of course, to Eric Rideout and Rich Holmes. I want to thank them because it's always a phenomenal thing. We had a great conversation today. I want to encourage you to not only subscribe to our, make sure I get the right side. There you go. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and on IG, because we're streaming and all of those, so whichever one is easier for you. But I always tell people YouTube is going to be a whole experience, the way you're able to listen and engage. Man, we got into some dope conversation today around mental health and all of that kind of stuff like that. And doing that, I want to encourage you to tune in next week. I wasn't able to get that flyer loaded up. I need to turn it into a video file. So tomorrow I will have what's going on next week. That's for you, Brony Cat, and everybody else, Rondo on the Rocks, all of y'all who want to come through. We'll have those flyers because next week is about that. I want to encourage you not only to subscribe, not only to follow, not only to share, not even only to get involved in the conversation that's in the comments. We found and learned today that those comments are rife with all kinds of real life experiences that are helping each other out. So I want to encourage that. But I also want to encourage you next week to invite some friends like we do at church. Invite a friend, invite a neighbor, invite somebody. I want to encourage you to invite folks out to that week, just that whole week. We're going to be talking about mental health. We're going to be talking about healing. We're going to talk about trauma awareness. We're going to talk about ways to cope, ways to overcome, ways to see families get better. We're going to talk about that stuff because that's practical, that's real, and we learned today that a lot of us are going through that. So I love y'all. This has been excellent. Y'all are helping to heal me. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy, and we out of here.